I'm jumping out of windows at like 12 now. I'm not even backyard wrestling. I'm just being stupid. I'm doing all that shit. I wear the New Jack 187 tee. They take it because it was gang affiliated because of the 187.
187,
yeah. They confiscated it. I was on like academic probation. Wrestling ruined my fucking life. It was great.
Yo, what's good? What's good? It's AJ, it's Amp P. We back. Midcarders and Catering, episode 33. What's good, bro?
What's going on with you, man? Everything good?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I got some good energy going on, some good flows moving right now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm good. How about yourself?
It's been a long ass week, man, but shit, I'm here. It's a long fucking week, man.
Yeah, man, definitely, bro. It has, like, I ain't even gonna hold you. It has been a long, weird ass week, you know what I'm saying, with these orange ass skies and everything going on. But you know what I'm saying? But
now we making it felt
exactly. Exactly. But hey, there you have it. Like that voice you just heard, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have another guest to come on to the pod with us. You know what I'm saying? This guy right here, man, we honestly go back to like fucking goddamn like
Wild West Twitter days.
Yeah, Wild West Twitter days.
Wild West Twitter, yeah. My man still owe me a fade in Killer Instinct, man. I ain't forget about that.
Hey man, that fucking game don't work on no Xbox, man. Hell no.
That shit's dead. That shit's so dead, man. Damn.
You fuck with Street Fighter 5 yet? We going into a whole nother topic. My fault.
Oh yeah. No. We good. We good.
Oh, we
no,
good.
I got 6.
We good.
I got 6.
Yeah, we got 6. Oh yeah.
Bro, I was at my shit last night. I'm like, man, can we wrap up? I'm trying to go to the house and play Street Fighter, bro. Get me out of here.
We can go a couple rounds in that too.
I got you. Who you main?
Who I main? Right now I'm Ken.
Thank you.
Of course you.
Yeah, bro.
This motherfucker.
Oh man.
Now I took my man's BasedLaRock out, so I'm rocking with Geef until they give me like Akuma or something like that. But it's been Zangief, and I've been giving folks hell. That's fucking great.
Unbelievable. But this is the one thing that brought us all to one another, you know what I'm saying, back in the Wild West days of Twitter. So we got the homie, we got BasedLaRock. BasedLaRock is in the goddamn building, man.
What up, y'all? What's good?
Legendary man in the building right now.
I'm saying a very rich man. Very rich.
I'm not rich, bro. I'm actually in the projects right now, bro.
He blurred out. Look, he blurred out his background.
I got blurred out, yeah,
because he got stacks of money and gold.
Man, that's a Christmas tree. I'm just lazy. I just don't want people to see it.
But yeah, we got BasedLaRock in the house, man. Like, again, we go back to like fucking sneaker Twitter and fucking NT and all that craziness and everything.
There was
so
Nike Talk that I jumped on. I didn't even know that. Oh shit, man! My OG Nike Talk account got clipped, but
mine
like
too.
Everybody's
did.
But yeah, Nike Talk was my shit, and Boxed-In. I was like a boxing Nike Talk head, so. That's how I came over.
Boxed-In is where we grabbed all our gifts. That's where we got all of our shit posting days.
Nike Talk had like the restrictions on it or whatever the fuck, so it was different. But
we had to beat the net code back in the day, but we did that. You know what I'm saying? We did some real legendary shit, and all we did was bring that shit to Twitter and move the culture like forward. I don't care what none of y'all say.
Yeah, people always talk about like 09 Twitter and shit like that for like how crazy it was. But if you really look at it, there's a lot of people from that general era, especially like within the sneaker space, that like really bubbled for real, like and came into doing like dope shit like Quan and all them. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of folks that people don't really know how much credit they should be getting for how much shit that you do now, like on that platform. Like sneaker Twitter, Black Twitter, like forms that fucking platform. No one could really say shit about it. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. So.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. Like we really were the motherfucking like originators of a lot of things that made Twitter what it is today. Even though Twitter's a fucking cesspool of nonsense now, and I don't really give a shit about it anymore, much like I used to. But
Twitter's a trip. I think Twitter is like when like people talk about Twitter. I was talking to my boy about this. When Twitter first like really jumped and started doing this thing, I think people forgot like people were there just for the jokes and shit.
oh yeah,
And it turned into such a crazy level of like importance within like the public space.
oh
But
yeah.
like it's just a giant application for brain farts, bro. Like it's like I have an idea, I'm gonna tweet it, but my boy, you got 10,000 people following you. You shouldn't say shit, but you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Like so. Yeah, I keep it cool now. Like I don't really say shit on there anymore. I just be posting my memes and video game shit and cut because you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not here to argue with nobody. I'm not here to like. I don't really care too much about like all that shit. I got bills, bro. I'm cool.
Yeah, we got bills. We got grown up problems. Like we're very seasoned now. You know what I'm saying? Like we really don't give a shit too much about like all that stuff. I mean, of course, we like a good laugh, but the funny thing about Twitter, still, even that resonated from the beginning, is that this is people's thoughts being typed out in a public form, bro. Like,
and I realize like, I'm a fucking moron, so I shut the fuck up. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Who cares what I gotta say? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, all I do on there now is just tweet wrestling shit, some video game shit.
I don't even tweet the wrestling shit.
And just retweet. That's it. I just retweet. That's it.
Wrestling shit's the worst because
man,
y'all got a bunch of motherfuckers that's trying to argue all day. I'm like, blood, I'm not gonna hit you with this shit. Y'all good. Like AEW's better. I'm like, all right, man. WWE's better. All right, man. Like,
no, y'all got
payroll. Cool.
Like y'all got it. Y'all got it. That's why I tell them, like, y'all got it. Y'all won. I don't want to be in part of none of
that. That payout, cool, bro. That fucking, you know what I mean? Shit. Vince paying you, Tony paying you. Cool, man. Keep riding. Because it's all the same shit. Xbox versus PlayStation, WWE versus AEW, Coke versus Pepsi. I'm not engaging, bro. As long as the checks keep hitting, I'm chilling. I don't care. I do not care.
Exactly, because I'm not diving into anything. Like I do like to be because again, we have a podcast, so it's like, yo, I gotta like talk about shit. I gotta be realistic about things and everything in that matter. But at the end of the day, tribalism, I don't give a flying fuck about any of that stupid ass shit.
Tribalism got weird.
Yeah, it's very weird, bro. Like I'm especially not gonna do this for free. Like that's another problem. Like
look, bro, I'll tell you like this, man. Like, I'm really good friends with a man named Dave Marquez. He does championship wrestling from Hollywood. Mm-hmm. He actually, me and him talk about TV all the time. He broke the ratings things down and all this other shit. Mm-hmm. That's someone that could talk about ratings because he's on TV. He's doing TV shit. He's securing deals and ads and sponsorships and all that other shit. Yeah. Why is Hulk Hogan fan 123 on Twitter talking about the demographics of the 9 o'clock slot? It's because it's almost the same thing as the music debate. Like I love UGK, and no one can tell me different. Do they have the craziest album sales? Absolutely not. They're not even going nowhere close to Jay or Drake. But people love to bring up, oh, I like Drake, but he got 1 billion whatever spins or whatever. Just say you like, so you don't have to have analytics to say that you like. Everything is subjective. Like, just say you like it. Yeah. You don't have to say nothing else. But explaining yourself to people, to strangers, is weird, bro. I'm cool. Like,
or you don't even have to act like you were there when that shit was popping. Like you don't even know, like, because again, like you just said, you like UGK, right? Yeah. UGK just inspired a lot the other two people that you were just talking about. You know what I'm saying? So you can hear UGK, especially through Drake's music. You know what I'm saying? Look, you can hear UGK through that Houston influence type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, you don't have to act like you was there.
Sense, my boy, you got to cut that out. They just
that's what I'm saying. You don't have to act like you was there. You don't have to act like you like whatever. Like you just like if it's good to your ears, just like enjoy the shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta make someone feel bad. I gotta tear other people down to make sure what I like is supreme, bro. Come on, man.
Hey, come on, man. That's crazy talk right there, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Slow self-esteem shit to me.
That's real fatherless to keep it funky with you. I don't know. You gotta go to therapy.
Yeah.
It's very one-track minded type shit, bro. Like it's very one-track minded. It's too much of people trying to control and influence and like push a narrative that they were the ones that there's a reason why this is going on is because of me. And it's like, bro, like, come on, man. You a fry cook, bro. Like, stop it.
Like, just enjoy some shit. and try to get more people into it so you can enjoy it even more. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. And that's why we do things like this. That's why we do like a wrestling podcast with black people, because we're trying to bring more black people into the space.
I remember I started my when we first started, no one really gave a shit, but after we came back from COVID, we really got it popping. There was a dude across the water who, you know what I'm saying, no one knew who was what, because I just stay in the cut. I don't really, it's like I don't put myself out there too much. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Oh, we know.
So like, but he found out, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm black and Italian. You know what I'm saying? I'm mixed, but I get all the, I don't get all the fucking what do you call it, the privilege of being white.
Privileges.
I mean, yeah, I'm still gonna, you gonna think I'm looking Mexican, Arab, or black. Depends on the day and where the beard is. You feel me? So like, he don't know what I am, but he's like, it was whatever. And the guy's last name is Skinner. So I'll give you that up there. He goes, oh, I didn't know they let blacks run wrestling. I was like, cool. So I just started running the same day as him and just had a fucking blast. Like, that's just what it was. Like, there's been a lot of real goofy shit on from a promoter standpoint. Like, I'll put you like this. Will Hobbs is the reason why I'm in wrestling. That's my boy. Like, that's like, if it wasn't for Will, I would never have gotten wrestling. I tried to talk to him a long time ago. This is when he was skinny. So that's how long I've known him. This is when he was still in class. You feel me? At the APW school. And I was just talking about marketing himself. There's no one in the country that looked like him. No one. Like, I remember we were trying to find people during COVID that looked like Will, because this is right when he did the match with Orange Cassidy. And I go, blood, there's no one on earth that looks like you. There's no one. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could market yourself differently. And at the time, he's like, bro, you should really try to apply this shit to what, you know, we do. And I did, you know what I'm saying? And it brought a lot of weird shit out, because it was like a lot of people see it from a performer's standpoint. But when you start seeing shit for how fucked up these promoters are, bruh, like, I side with the talent 99% of the time. You know what I mean?
As you should, right?
And I'm of the opinion, and a lot of folks and a lot of these like promoters won't say the same. It's like, bruh, I'm not the one going out there doing this shit. None of us are. And you got the promoters that do go and wrestle, and 99.9% of them are terrible, and they shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
But like, if it wasn't for the wrestlers or the fans, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. So keep it cool. But a lot of these cats want to play God and be on some racial shit, and it's just like, nah, man, I'm cool off all that. So like, my aim to do a lot of this shit is to change shit. So like, but I don't market it that way. I just do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, because there's a lot of companies that will do like only Black History Month shows. Well, I'm like, okay, what you doing with these folks? They're all talented. What are you doing outside of, you know what I'm saying, this month? Shit like that. You know what I mean? So we'll probably get into that more. But anyway, yeah, man, it's a trip. It's a big trip what we got going on right now. So
of course we about to get you to dive in a whole lot deeper, because you know, it's different when, like, you know, talking to like you on other levels of everything, like especially like just our past things and everything, like from video games, Twitch streaming, all that shit we used to do, to see like where you are now and everything of that nature, like to see how you, like, from your perspective and like literally running a wrestling promote, because I literally have just watched you build this from like the ground up. You know,
I don't think folks knew I was really into wrestling even on Twitter. I never talked about it.
I mean,
you knew, because I mean, if I know you fuck with it, I'm gonna talk to you about it. But like, even then, like, I wasn't out. Like, I think folks knew I was into football, strip clubs, and you know what I'm saying. Like what people knew me for was crazy. But like, wrestling wasn't on the top of the list. There's still people that are like, that I know personally, like in real life. They're like, you for real? And I'm like, yeah, man, this is, you know. So yeah, I'm down to talk about whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So like, okay. So, of course, we just kind of sort of introed in a little bit, but of course, like, for one, we got to start at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I got to ask you the question that we always ask our guests, you know what I'm saying, whenever we bring somebody on. So it's like who is that person or that event or that, you know what I'm saying, that pro wrestler that got little based interest, like as a youngin, and just went like, yo,
Dusty Rhodes. My grandpa put me on a Dusty Rhodes. That was it. It was
turn that up, man.
Dusty, and like my favorite wrestler ever is Terry Funk. Terry Funk is my favorite. Wow. Dusty's up there. Mitsuharu Misawa. Like we could give you like it's not a crazy who's who. Like it's pretty. You know what I mean? But like I loved World Class. I loved Memphis wrestling. All that type of shit. I'd catch bits and pieces of it because of replays and things like that. But Dusty Rhodes and Terry Funk were like it.
That was it.
You know what I mean? The wrestler that got me into wrestling, like this, I need to be a part of this. New Jack.
Of course, yeah.
And I can break that down.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please.
I had a neighbor. So I watched wrestling. everyone in the 90s. So I'm 35, right? So I grew up.
We all the same age.
Yeah. So like watching Razor Ramon and 1 2 3 Kid and all that stuff with the Raw where 1 2 3 Kid moonsaulted and one. I mean, I remember that stuff. And then what I'm saying, you grow up a little bit, and life is life. And then it was 97, 98. We had a neighbor that was a tape trader, and everyone was watching Attitude Era stuff, but like it was just like water cooler shit. People watch it because it was the only thing to watch. He hands me over this tape. It's Living Dangerously 98 ECW. And like I liked wrestling. We all had the shirts, but it wasn't like I'm checking, you know what I'm saying, the forums back in the day, right?
Yeah.
I'm like 11. And I'm watching the shit. And it's Flash Funk, because at the time I didn't know who he was other than that. Too Cold Scorpio versus Rob Van Dam, Doug Furnace versus, you know what I'm saying, just really cool shit. And I'm like, the FBI, I love Tracy Smothers. I haven't seen this guy in years. Like, this is amazing, right? The match is happening. It's a Dudley Boys, never seen them before. Joel Gertner's out there talking some shit. I'm like, wow, they could curse on TV. This is insane. Steve Austin's doing middle fingers, but this guy Joel Gertner's telling the bitch to suck his dick. This is crazy, right? So I'm like, all right. And then Big Dick Dudley comes in, chokeslams Axel Rotten, and they hit the X. Again, you don't know
what the X mean back then.
And then Dr. Dre and Ice Cube's Natural Born Killers hit.
Yeah, man.
Rap. What? Hold on, man. Because I'm used to just, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of shit that don't pertain to our culture. What's this? I see this nigga in a motherfucking red rag come out with a trash can full of weapons. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This little nigga Spike Dudley coming out. They start beat like shit that I'm like, okay, I've seen shit like this in real life. Now is this real? Like, what's going on? And I'm thinking, my mind's already blown. You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing all types of shit, and they disappear. And they're all in the crowd. I'm like, oh shit, it's like an old Bruiser Brody thing. I remember seeing old, whatever, Brody shit. And they disappear. And I'm like, what's going on? They pan out. Spike and New Jack are on the balcony to do the balcony dive. Ever since then, my life was fucked up. It was over.
Like, it's over.
When the next week, I saved up some money. I called the ECW, the catalog, because old boy had it. Ordered the New Jack shirt. I think it's either Taz or Bubba Ray that was still answering the phones. I get it. I'm jumping out of windows at like 12 now. I'm not even backyard wrestling. I'm just being stupid. I'm doing all that shit. I wear the New Jack 187 tee. They take it because it was gang affiliated because of the 187.
187,
They confiscated it. I was on like academic probation. Wrestling ruined my fucking life. It was great. So like New Jack was him. Like you know what I'm saying? Everyone, like I always tell people this all day because they're like, oh, he's a piece of shit. If you can like Hulk Hogan and you can like Chris Benoit, let me have New Jack and shut the fuck up. That's it. I don't care if you stab 20 people. I don't care. Do not.
You want to know something? You want to know something about New Jack? New Jack is probably the least problematic of them three.
He was out loud doing coke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, New Jack was. If you were talking about like someone that resonated, for whatever that says about me, God bless. But like seeing New Jack, I was it. Like I was an ECW kid, and then obviously I went into like the New Japan stuff and All Japan Pro. But like New Jack was like the gateway that kept me in wrestling. So yeah, I don't tell people like New Jack's on my top 5 of all time because they're gonna be like, huh? I'm not gonna defend it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling folks flat out, like, do with it, bro. I like seeing people I'm a deathmatch guy. Most people didn't know that shit either. Like when we were doing West Coast Pro, when we started West Coast Pro, it was supposed to be an all women's show. number one.
Oh wow!
Because I was just like, I love women's wrestling. Like by the people that I bring in, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But like, yeah, I like deathmatch shit. I like all that. But New Jack was the one that really got me into that. ECW fucked my life up. New Jack fucked my life
up. that's what's up. Because again, like actually, you're the first person that we've had come on that said someone that's non-WWE or WCW. Like you're the first one to go actually into that ECW bag. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
Because like just like how you were in 97, 98, like because you know that 90, I would say like 97, like maybe late 96, 97 is really when I started paying attention to like wrestling. I was like, okay, dog, like I really like, okay, this shit for some reason this looks kind to my eyes. Like we had this local channel here, like channel 38, WADL.
Yep.
You remember, and like
I remember that shit.
We'd be sitting like it could be like a late Saturday night, you know what I'm saying? Late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And then like, you know, whatever, you just sitting there flicking channels and shit like that. Then somehow you end up on that channel and then you see a nigga jumping from a fucking the mezzanine down to the what's it? It's like, yo, what the fuck is this? And I was like, oh, this is ECW. This is the shit that they're talking about. Because remember at that time, that's when Vince, like, they wasn't like shitting on ECW. They was bringing ECW over because they kind of had a partnership. And they was just displaying, because you remember like Jim Cornette shoot interviews and everything. His like tutorial, I mean,
fucking Cornette,
Cornette's editorials and whatnot, and everything. And I was just like, wow, like ECW was crazy. You know
the only time I ever seen that shit was in the back of PWI, right? And I was just like, why is these cats bleeding? Like, it's a horror movie. Like, I don't know what's going on. I just didn't. I wasn't tripping off of it. But we didn't have ECW wasn't on the West Coast until like 2000 on the TNN.
Oh wow.
We didn't, and that was only up in Oregon for a while. So like it, like if I go to my mom's house, I think I took a picture and put it on Twitter one time. I still have tapes. So like even for like our age, tape trading wasn't popular. It was for the older heads. They were the only ones that really knew, because we didn't know how to send mail like that. We wasn't paying postage. We had to explain to our mom that we sent a VHS tape. That shit sounded weird. So like again, if I didn't have this neighbor, I would have probably just been like, okay, cool, I like Steve Austin, all this other shit. But like, and that's cool to like WCW. That's cool to like. I like WCW a lot because I like to see the luchadors. Like that to me was fire.
Yeah, me too.
But like ECW was the one that was like, oh, all right, bet. Like this is more the lane, because like late 90s, I was outside. Like cousins and shit. So like you know, we knew that it was lightweight bullshit. We wasn't saying nothing, but the ECW kind of blurred those lines and brought back like the magic for a lot of people that was like, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. I remember my first experience with ECW. I looked up and I just see Sid Vicious whooping everybody ass. Just
man, and it was always cool to see like you see like Sid wrestling in WWE, and then he comes to ECW. He's doing some crazy shit. I'm like, this is sick. Like when Terry went to the ECW, I was, and I watched everything late. So like when I saw Barely Legal for the first time, it's perfection. Like for me at least, like Taz and Sabu is my favorite feud ever. A whole year of them just teasing, and they didn't touch one time. And everyone always talks about Hogan and Sting.
That's exactly what I thought of. Yeah.
Which is cool because like, and I give them credit because you have 2 shows at the time, 1 show weekly, where you have 52 chances for them to, you know what I'm saying? So you could fuck it up or make it solid or do some shit that no one cares. ECW was only running every month. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I give props to WCW for being able to invest in it timeline wise. Like telling anyone to invest in anything more than 3 months is insane now.
Especially today, because our fucking attention spans are like,
man, I'm happy they let the bloodline ride, because man, that shit is good. I love that shit. That kept, because again, it was, you got to let people be them. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway,
But yeah, that's crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Like just to like thinking about like, but the difference between the one thing I can say, like the difference between the Hogan and the Sting and the Sabu and Taz is actually Sabu and Taz lightweight delivered with like no fucking type of funny stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
I could agree with
like
that.
Sting and Hogan, they kind of like that build was crazy, but then you get the Starcade, and then they do a lot of funny business with it.
I think there's a limitation there too, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well, I'll be kind and say it this way, and I think Sting is a great wrestler, and I mean great. I think he lasted longer than he should. I mean, even for now, they didn't protect him. I think it's great.
Yeah.
You were very limited, even in that time, to work with Hogan. Yeah, he could build up, but like,
yeah, does he want to lay down? Does he want to lay down for you?
Yeah, it's like who could get a good match out of Hogan? Everyone's like, oh, Hogan in Japan. I'm like, I'm so sorry for 1 or 2 weeks out of the year in 1994 that he was able to do an Enziguri. Like, okay,
yeah, and which they post every week, and it's just like the same shit. And it's just like
Enziguri, the armbar, and all that.
It's I don't know, bro. I'm not the. Again, I wasn't a Hogan kid, so
me neither.
I'm not out here with it. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like it really, Again, like you know what I'm saying, it was definitely a different landscape back in those days. Like you know what I'm saying, because that was one of my things. Like I don't think we could find ECW like broadcasting regularly here. It literally had to go by because their main territory was like Philadelphia, right? So
Philly. The
I think that's kind of like why we ended up getting it for that moment or whatever. Because back then I didn't even know ECW came on once a month. I thought it was a weekly type.
They're really good at the because they ran television wise once a month, but if you go look at, they had a shit ton of fan cams.
Yeah,
so the fan cams is like the little house shows they would have had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like the fan, I remember seeing a lot of the fan cam type thing. You just got to remember like how difficult. Like before, like wrestling form. Because to be honest with you, I ain't get on no type of wrestling forums at all till like really .com. You know what I'm saying? Like it really wasn't.
Most of them were rough to get into, and it was just like I didn't even really understand forums until I was like older.
Yeah.
And plus, I didn't have access. I mean, I had internet, but I wasn't like allowed to. You know what I mean?
Like surf like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm on Netscape trying to figure it out.
The closest one I was in was Gang Facts when they had their wrestling board. I was in there.
Okay.
And I was just Gang Facts and everything. So
yeah, like because before you just got to remember
Game
just how
Facts. I haven't heard that.
That was crazy right there. You just aged me.
I was getting on my car. I was getting on my car formulas off of there, man. You know.
But you got to remember though, like the power of word of mouth back then. You know what I'm saying? Like
also everything wasn't oversaturated.
Yeah.
I mean, so I try to explain it to my friend, and I'll go look how many hours per week. If you get all the TV companies together, how many hours per week you got to wrestling? You know what I'm saying? Like just to catch up on shit. Like now I gotta watch like fucking 2 hours on Monday.
3 on Monday.
They'd be flip.
Oh wait, but back then it was 2.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like right now is insane. There's too. I'm not gonna say there's too much wrestling. I'm gonna say that it's a lot for you to be up to date. It's like you're gonna burn yourself out. It is what I ain't
gonna lie, man. Like it's been weeks where I just skip the whole week and I just watch the clips on YouTube or something just to cut that shit down. I've been doing that, or just reading like spoilers, some shit like that. Yeah.
Nope. I don't even care about spoilers at this point. From a promoter standpoint, I don't watch. If it's on TV, I probably don't watch it. Impact's probably the one that I would say I'd pay attention to the most because I think Impact is doing a really good job, specifically with their women's division. So I give them hella props for that.
Definitely.
But like, it's just, bro, it's too much. I'm not doing it.
Look, let me tell you something. Like, okay, like you as the promoter, right? You're the promoter. Me as the podcast host that's covering wrestling, bro. I watch this shit like so much, like you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But again, I got my weeks where I'm like, okay, I'm skipping 2 of these fucking shows. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Monday, you got Tuesday, you got Wednesday. Then you turn Thursday is a break. You know what I'm saying?
Because, not really.
Impact. Well, the thing is, we don't really cover Impact. You know what I'm saying? But you got Thursday Impact. And
I would
Friday,
tell you
SmackDown.
this. I would if you have a chance, 1 week substitute Impact for something else that you consume.
I was substituted for the NXT 1 week.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time I really pay attention to NXT is when Carl Fredericks is on there, but that's just because he's the homie. Yeah. Everything else, I'm just like, okay, like.
And, Impact has been interesting for years too, man. Like I loved Brian Cage's run when he got there. He had a crazy ass run. Moose had a good run there too.
So what happened last night at the pay-per-view?
No, I didn't catch that pay-per-view.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Alex Shelley won the belt finally. He's finally got an Impact champion. Yeah.
Wow.
Arguably one of the best talents.
So wait, he went over Macklin?
Yep. No one thought it was gonna happen.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Shelley's first as a person, he's one of the best people people you'll ever meet.
Detroit
legend. I'm happy to see him getting on there because he wasn't even on Impact for real. And then because he had a real job and doing all this other shit, and he was kind of taking a step back. Yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna make the decision to go fucking all in on this wrestling shit again. And he really dedicated it, and it was fucking beautiful. So yeah, he's solid, bro.
He 100% deserved that, man. Yeah. It's crazy because I thought Macklin was gonna hold it until Josh Alexander come back, but
yeah,
no, I like that.
And Josh Alexander is a beast. That guy.
Yeah, man. Talking about slept on talent, man. It's Josh Alexander, boy. I tell you.
So my thing is, I don't think he slept on. I think the company itself has slept on. Like I think Impact needs to do more to promote what they do because, like, you have Masha Slamovich, Speedball, Alex Shelley, Frank Kazarian, fucking. You have most of New Japan. So you have Kevin Knight, you got Kushida, you have Yuya Yamura. Come on, bro. They're pretty ridiculous when it comes to their roster, and I think a lot of it's not on them. It's not on I definitely don't put it on the talent because the talent goes to indies every week and sell those indies out, and people know exactly where they are. But if
they know who they are. They know who they are. Yeah.
I mean,
one of my favorites is Ace Austin. I seen him at a wrestling event. My boy invited me to. I know one of the matches was D'Lo Brown versus Congo Kong.
Okay.
And Ace, this is like my first time seeing Ace Austin. He had the extended pole and everything. I'm like, this guy's pretty fucking cool. And then that's when I looked up, and then he's on Impact. I mean, he's on Impact now. I'm like,
and he's doing the New Japan stuff too. He's He works with Chris Bay, who's arguably one of the greatest.
Yeah, Chris Bay I fuck with Chris Bay.
Chris Bay's fire. Chris Bay is fire.
Man, and the fucked up shit. I got hella love for Chris. I think that Chris Bay, Trey Miguel, those types, they need to be everywhere.
Yeah, I love Trey Miguel too. I love like he just like, no, I'm gonna stay here and build my profile up more.
100%.
Yeah, I love that. He bet on himself. I love that. I love that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows how great of a talent he is. He's like, I'm gonna stick here. Like Cody Deaner is another one of my favorites. How he just went from how his character just changed the way he do that shit. That takes a lot of talent. That takes a lot of fucking talent to do that.
100%.
Him, Angels.
Alan
Angels, yeah, I like Alan Angels too.
I love Alan. Alan is so good, and it sucks because they always put him like on some sidekick role.
Yeah,
but so we have a wrestling school. He helps every fucking week. He don't have to. He's down there helping all the students, helping them get ready for debuting and all that other shit. That guy puts in the miles and the work. Love that guy. Alan is genuinely one of the coolest people I know in wrestling.
Yeah, so. Like, okay, because this is where a lot of things are like coming together full circle now, right?
Okay.
But one thing I did want to tap in, like one thing I did want to say, like back to like when you were saying like Impact's issue is like it's not the talent's fault. Yeah. No, it's not. It's a history of mismanagement and like who they put at the top during certain periods, like going all the way back to when they were TNA. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And it's hard when you have investors. So when you have a company and you end up growing it, and for a certain amount of time, it doesn't matter what this is, and you have a mission understanding of what's going on. But when you start having people in the pot investing and whatnot, and you have a television deal that you got to abide by, that's when it gets a little fucking weird. So I will say Impact for the constraints that any company would have. They're doing the best they can.
Yeah,
it's just the marketing part. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the only thing I will say. Everything else is whatever. You know what I mean? I would just like to know more.
In-ring action is great. Character work is great. Like they have some of the best storylines when you really look at it. You know.
I mean, straight up, that whole, I mean, going back, I mean, I don't want to go all the way back to like 2004, 05, 06, 07. Like, they had the best wrestling on television.
It's
like when it came down to wrestling, they had the best wrestling on TV.
It was kind of ridiculous. Like, I think the impact now resembles most of what that was, but in ways better, because at least there's a lot better polish to it. And they're not letting a bunch of people that have been in WWE and, you know what I'm saying, otherwise be the ones to come in and change it because that's what they want to see. Yeah. When you're on television, as much as we know about wrestling and all the fans know about wrestling, the executives that are at these television stations, they want to see the big WWE guy. No matter what we could say, that's a fact. You know what I mean? And that's why you always see that sprinkled into any type of not WWE, any type of television wrestling. That is literally why you see that. There have been times where I know that things have been going on air for television, and then they'll throw up a name that they want to see that they know is free, and you kind of got to abide by it. It's like the zombie thing with ECW. There's some exec asshole somewhere is like, we want to see a zombie because we do Sci-Fi Channel. Okay,
throw
him the bone, but let's give him the real shit over here. But that one thing could sour everything to the point where it fucks it off.
Definitely. So I want to circle back to you. All right, because like you said, you got the wrestling school, you got the wrestling promotion. Like, Base, how in the hell did this all come to be, bro? Like, how did we get here?
Will Hobbs, Sparky Ballard. So I went to wrestling school. There at the time was the Gold Rush wrestling school, which was in Pacifica, California. Sparky Ballard, who is like my head ref, one of the most respected refs like that I know of. Real good guy. And I didn't want to be a wrestler. I never wanted to be a wrestler. Like that was my thing. I was like, I'm like 5'7", bro. I'm not trying to get bigger. I'm on a diet right now, but that's as far as that's finna go. But I did the class. But in that class was Thunder Rosa. I was in the same class with her. We were taught by Matt Carlos, who is also one of our refs right now. A lot of good local folks. And I left and I started FKM. FKD popped up. We were just doing a whole bunch of shit. And I was always still going to the shows, and I was talking to Will, and Will's like, gave me the idea. It's like, hey, you should do this. So I go, all right. In 6 months, if I'm still thinking about this when I wake up and go to sleep, I'll do it every day for 6 months. And it was at the New Japan show at Cow Palace. I was sitting there watching the shit, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to do it. So we did our first show. It sold 36 tickets. Half the card didn't show up. It was hilarious.
Wow.
We lost the original venue that we had. Anything that could have went wrong did. It did, right?
Growing pains.
Spark goes, anybody else would have quit. You kept going. So good shit. So we got a bigger venue, which is the one that we're at now, State Room, which I live 2 blocks away from.
Oh, nice.
And I think it was I started naming all the shows after like Bay Area rap albums. That was just kind of my thing. So that's what people like.
I beat that.
Or just Bay Area shit in general. So like the first show was called Halloween. That was an AFI EP. You know what I'm saying? Nobody does it better for the Nate Dogg shit. Ruthless by Law, which is RBL Posse. Like I just always gave a nod to like the shit that I loved, right? Because you never saw
you poured back into the city with that.
100%. I listen. When I went to the East Coast for a little while, folks was like, bro, it's like you akin to somebody from Texas. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you let everybody know where you're from at all times. I'm like, absolutely. I'm a Bay Area cat. That's it. I'm sorry. The way I talk, the way I walk, my demeanor, everything. You know what I'm saying? So we started getting that shit going. So like we had like Darby Allin, we had Luchasaurus, Will Hobbs. We had such a crazy like level of like talent that was coming in, and we were having a blast. And then I was helping out Sparky with the school, and during COVID, COVID popped up, and I just got the school, and at the time it was another name, and I was invested into it, and I'm over on the East Coast, and I'm working with Marquez trying to find people. So we were doing Primetime Live. You know what I'm saying? Alex Hammerstone was our champion at the time. We were just trying to find all this talent because we didn't know when we were coming back. Everyone was taking time off, and I'm over here. I drove across the country like twice. I went everywhere. So I'm looking up shit. I'm looking up people I've never heard of. Northeast people, Southern people from out the South, Midwest, all this shit.
So did you touch Michigan at all?
Only when I did connecting flights, but I've been to Detroit 2 times, but I never got to see any shows in Detroit. I know it's rough. But I know GCW runs heavy up there. I know Circle 6 runs up there. I know Detroit definitely has folks from like Chicago that go up and things like that. So a lot of AAW, AIW heads, Ohio cats, I know a lot of them go up there. But like when I think of Detroit, I think of Alex Shelley, I think of Kevin Nash, I think of them folks.
Yeah.
There hasn't, in my opinion, been again, I'm only speaking indie, so there hasn't been a homegrown Detroit indie that I've seen yet. But because I heard how territorial shit gets up there, that's one of the things that happened. So there's a lot of people I know that are trying to run in Detroit that are not Detroit, and I'm just like, good luck and God bless. So I'm leaving that alone.
Yeah. So I kind of know. We know exactly why. Yeah, we know why.
It gets a little wicked. So I was moving back to the Bay, and I said, all right, I'm making this decision. I could either stop this fucking wrestling shit and go into doing something else, or I go 10 toes down. I moved back to where I'm at now. I'm 2 blocks from the stateroom because I'm like, I got to base everything out of here.
Yeah.
So like, I gave everything to wrestle. So when we came back, we had Cruel Summer, the Cruel Summer. I think it was 2020, 2021. I think 2021. We had Daniel Garcia when no one knew who he was. We were the first people that flew him out anywhere. Nick Wayne, first people to fly him anywhere. That didn't make him pay for it himself. Like it was Danny Garcia versus Titus Alexander. Then Daniel Garcia versus Jacob Fatu, like that type of shit. Like if you go look at our
that's
shit,
Ant Boy right there.
Fatu?
Yeah, Fatu. That's my dog, man, bro. That's my dog, man. That's my dog.
Jake is so weirdly enough. When I grew up with Miko. That's Kishi's son, Tamiko. So I grew up.
Oh wow.
So like did you watch that thing where Jake was sitting there talking about like there's the like his side of the family?
Yeah,
Jake a real one. Jake is incredibly humble for what type of person he could be, and he's probably one of the most talented people I've ever seen. Love Jacob. No one can say shit. People will be like, "Oh, Jacob would be this, and this." Somebody can't say shit to me. Don't say nothing in front of me about Jacob Fatu, because like he was our champ for a while. Him and AJ Gray, we had them.
Oh, wow.
Them 2 hit like so. Anyway, so when we came back, it was like Alex Hammerstone dropped the belt to AJ Gray. AJ Gray was our champion for the longest. Him and Fatu got busy for the longest. AJ dropped it to Jacob Fatu, and then Jacob Fatu lost it to Titus Alexander. Right now it's insane, but like during that time we've had it was the match that really made, because we were putting out some amazing work when we came back, and people were like, "What the fuck is this West Coast Pro Wrestling? Like, where did this shit come from?" Riding. I was looking around, finding folks, looking up people. It didn't matter. I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing. So it was Daniel Garcia versus Minoru Suzuki at our 3-year anniversary show. And people were like, what the fuck? And
so I go, Chop City in that motherfucker.
It's on YouTube. Go watch that match. It was insane. It was insane. And I go, oh, well, y'all think that's it. It's November. That next month was West Coast versus the World. It was Vinny Massaro versus Tomohiro Ishii. We still have a good relationship with like working with New Japan folks. So we did that. Then we started getting, emphasizing on a lot of local people. Like our focal, like last night, our main event was Vinny Massaro versus Starboy Charlie. And it was the loudest I've heard the stateroom ever. It was insane. It was louder than Garcia and Suzuki. And then we got to game related. So game related, it was insane because we had Swerve on there, but then he got signed to AEW and then he got pulled. But then we had like Jacob Fatu versus Bandito. We had and I think we put that one on YouTube also. And that one was wild. But then we had Davey Richards versus Yuji Nagata. We had that happen. We were just
Blue Justice.
Yeah,
Blue Justice. Oh 100%.
Shit! And like it was crazy because like Vinny and so the team is myself, Vinny Massaro, and Chris Hero. That's West Coast.
So you got Chris Hero with you?
Yeah, he's always right now.
I know you always bring up Vinny, like you always making jokes and cracking jokes about Vinny on Twitter and stuff like. Okay, yeah, I assume Vinny was like a founder with you.
No, so it was me, Dolo, up until after the pandemic, and me and Vinny are very much angry man yelling at cloud. We have a very strong understanding of what we want.
Yeah.
So me and him click, and me and him were booking everything. And then we had to go to scale because it was just like everything's getting too big. We have so much going on. Me and Chris have been talking for like a year. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "Hey man, what are you doing? Do you want to come do this?" So now he helps book, he helps with the agenting, he comes to the school, helps the kids out. Like I said, he's on his way here right now. Like he comes in a day before the show and then leaves the day after the show because we wrap everything up. Like right now, we're worrying about a July show. Our July show is already stupid as it is, and we haven't even announced everything. So yeah, how we got with the school and how I got the school was I just said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go and do that." So I took over the school, put some new implementation in there. Vinny's the head trainer. Starboy's another trainer, and then right now we have our first graduate. He's our beginner's trainer also. And our first, so I have a very good strong. Do you know who? I don't should say who you know who this person is, but like my sister in wrestling, if you want to say that, is Chigusa Nagaya. If you think about anyone that has written the blueprint of, like, you know who? Oh my God, I'm blanking out. Basically, she's the equivalent of Hulk Hogan in Japan.
Oh wow!
Like when she stopped wrestling, there was a dip. She's like a pop star. If you want to look at who's who, she trained Bull Nakano, Aja Kong. She trained all them. Like me and
so was she like going Stardom day, like Joshi days, like going
All Japan Women's. They wrote no. So if you go look at like Ring of Honor and anything that's crazy now, they were doing that in the 80s. Have you ever heard of the Crush Gals? That's her.
Yeah.
She was, I mean, okay, I'll put it to you this way. So me and her, like she wrestled for us at Queen of Indies. She came out, there were people in the crowd crying because they never thought they'd ever get to see her wrestle. She came out of retirement to wrestle for me. Like that's like me and her are like this. That's like my sister for real. Yeah. So we do a lot as far as like bringing women's wrestling. So we have a really big line with Marvelous Wrestling in Japan. Our first graduate student, he's had less than 10 matches. We sent him to Japan and he wrestled in Kurikan. So that gives you like the idea of what type of time we're on with our school. Like we really get busy for real. So like I'm Japan with it, going down to Mexico with it. We're already working on the UK. So we had Will Ospreay coming to West Coast Pro, work Titus Alexander.
Oh wow, y'all had Will come over too. Okay.
Bruh, if other than possibly Okada, who is cool as fuck, we haven't. You know what I'm saying? We've probably worked with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was I don't think I can even say that one. If I told you the shit that almost happened, maybe I'll tell you off stream. I feel like
I got a feeling what that might be, bro.
There was I'll try to allude to it and I'll just tell you later. There was a certain TV company and they had acquired a talent from WWE, and that person wanted to wrestle on the independents. And there was a point in time where that person said that I want to do it, but the owner of said company will not let them do independence. And they said it wasn't PWG and it wasn't Defy. I was about to drop the fucking bag, and I was like, okay, cool. And I had the Cow Palace lined up and everything. We were gonna. There was a point in time where when Nick Aldis had the NWA belt, we had the line on Cow Palace. We were gonna have Jushin Thunder Liger versus Nick Aldis for the NWA title. That fell through.
So wait. This is post retirement Liger.
No. This was gonna be his last United States match, and then it didn't happen. And then he wrestled, I think, for NXT. And that was his last American match. So there was a lot of stuff that we could have done, but like politics and wrestling is because I told him, I said, just if you let me in here, it's gonna be a problem. And I've been a pain in everyone's ass ever since. It's been great. Man. So, you know, I really want you to go back and go to Cage Match and just go look at everything from Cruel Summer 2001 to now, and just be like, and look at like who was signed, who wasn't signed, and who got signed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Because like I would see like sometimes like I would see you post like like on Instagram and whatnot or anything like I see you post. I'll be like, how the fuck did Base get this? Like, what the fuck? And I'll be like, okay.
No one really. But it wasn't until like a year ago I started posting on FKM. I never really said nothing because I was just like, like
because and then I would just be like, but it wouldn't be like. How the fuck it would be like, oh, Base is really doing this, bro. Like, okay.
Like we just announced Queen of Indies. We're gonna do Queen of Indies in Japan in 2024. We're probably gonna have our first West Coast Pro show in Japan before that in 2023. Like we're sending talent to Japan. We're getting talent from Japan. Like there's a lot of stuff that we're just doing because I'm just like, it's all great opportunities and we have a lot of amazing local talent. Yeah. So.
And that was my thing. That was what I was going to probably one of my questions that I was going to ask you about, like even like your homegrown talent. Like, are you? I mean, of course, we want West Coast Pro to grow like tremendously. We want I want your territory to expand over the whole Pacific Northwest to
absolutely
fucking mountains, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you? And I know you, like I know you. I know you not one to stop nobody from getting no bread, like period. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, so are you? It's one of your. I would say it's one of your plans is to like pipeline talent to bigger leagues too 100%. At the same time. Okay,
100%. I told every talent that I work with close. I said I don't want to work with you a year from now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's
real shit.
That's it. Because I'm gonna keep it real. Like, there's only so much you can do from an independent. And I hate using the word independent because I don't know what the fuck I'm independent of. Everything comes out of my pocket anyway. We have no sponsors.
I guess it's because it's grassroots. I more so want to call it grassroots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
So I want them to be able to feed their families. You know what I mean? Like right now I'm working on distribution and licensing for them. I'm right now working on how to get them better t-shirt situations because, certain pro wrestling
merch
shirt companies, they'll sell it for $25, take $17 and give them bullshit. And I'm just like, I could show you the way. So I'll apply everything that I did at FKM. And I say, just give me $1 to do each shirt. And I got it. Teaching them about sponsorships, how to make a pitch deck, how to be able to, there's a lot of shit that I want them to learn, and because I only have a couple more years left doing this, like flat out, just being honest.
Really? So you have a real big end game here.
Like, absolutely. Like I plan on getting everyone that I want. Will got signed. I'm happy. That was one of the goals. Not saying I did that. I'm saying he did that. I'm just saying Will got up there, and I'm fucking proud as shit of him every day. Titus, Vinny, Charlie, Levi, Zoe. When they get signed, when each one goes, I think it's kind of like the countdown. Because I'm going to be like, okay, I'm cool. I did everything I wanted to do.
But do you feel like you want to, like, even though like you got an end game, you got a bow out type plan, right? Do you want West Coast Pro to continue functioning as a promotion?
Couldn't do it.
Wow.
It's going to sound shitty, and I never do this. No one could do what I do. I think people have attempted. So for the area that I'm in, which is the Bay Area, we're not even the biggest here. That's number one. I think the biggest group in the Bay Area is Hood Slam.
Okay.
Hood Slam is amazing. And it's like the party atmosphere wrestling. Like, it's fucking great. You want to go have a fucking blast. Hood Slam is it. When it comes to what we do, right, which is more traditional, and that's not I think, like I said, I think Hood Slam is the best in the Bay. If you take them out of the consideration of everything else, no. I don't think anyone else here could do what we do. But we don't. That's not me saying everyone else out here shit. I own the rings. Right?
Oh, this is your shit.
Like, so whenever another thing pops up, we hook everybody up with the rings.
Oh, okay.
There are other companies that have done that in their local areas and shut it down. I want everyone to thrive.
Exactly.
There's enough for everybody. If you know what you're doing, if you say you're a business, everyone could get it. But the problem with that is there's a lot of people that put a lot of ego in this shit. There are decisions that I make that they're for people that I can't stand. But it's the right thing to do for X, Y, and Z, and I shut the fuck up and I do it.
Yeah.
So like, would I want West Coast Produce? Yeah, but you gotta clone me. You gotta clone Vinny, and you gotta clone Chris. You know what I'm saying? And I think the three-headed monster that we are is kind of stupid. So it's like, you know, I don't know, but there's something that we have here that a lot of places don't have, and it's kind of, you know, I'll put it this way: like, you don't have Chigusa Nagayo coming out of the retirement.
Hell no.
Wrestling. Man. You don't have Kenta Kobashi coming over to do something for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have all these connections and all this other shit within 5 years. You don't. And I'm not even on TV. Like, so I don't think that people could do what we do if I was gone, or if Chris was gone, or if Vinny was gone. You have to have all three there to make it work.
Yeah. I
don't think it's possible. It would look like how Ring of Honor looked when like Cornette ran it. You know what I mean? And I love Corny. But
hey, look, like, Cornette's my I would say he's my Bill Simmons, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Like Cornette is stupid shit, but like if you break it down, sometimes you be like, all right, like he's not wrong, but he needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's exactly what you get from Cornette, bro.
The two people I'd want to sit down and learn from the most would probably be Cornette and Funk. Those are the two. Like, you know what I mean? But like Cornette don't like getting on planes, because I've tried. Cornette don't like getting on planes, and then Funk is, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. So it is what it is.
Yeah, Cornette. I mean, Cornette's wrestling mind is like I outside of Dusty Rhodes, like, I mean, and it sucks that we don't have Dusty anymore, because like, especially where Cody is right now, like I believe if Dusty was here, you would be pulling Dusty in all types of podcasts right now to just talk to him and everything like that. But Cornette's mind, bro, like it's unreal. It's like, bro, like Cornette couldn't do anything else. No, like that's just how deep his fucking wrestling mind is. It's like, bro, you were like literally born with this like intellect for this business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unmatched, dog. Like, it's really unmatched.
Yep. But I'm not supposed to like Cornette, but I'm.
Look, man. Look, it's plenty times I'll be like, yo, Cornette fucking tripping, and then you'd be like, he say something 10 minutes later, be like, you know what? He's kind of right. Like, damn. Like, what you gonna tell Cornette? You know
here's how this works, right? Wrestling is in a time capsule, right? If we wouldn't like 90% of the people, if we adhered to a lot of like moral guidelines, I don't know if that's the correct word to say it.
Moral fiber, moral guidelines, yeah.
So everything with wrestling, I take with a grain of salt. There's nothing someone could say within wrestling that hurts me, because it's all bullshit. So when I hear Cornette say dumb shit, I'm like, well, I don't say, oh, well, that's Cornette, and that's how he is. I'm like, what a dumbass.
Yeah.
But what else did he say? Because I gotta get some nuggets, because no one spits game no more. No one puts, you know what I mean? So.
And Cornette spits a lot, bro. Even when he like trying to shit on the independents and everything, it's
he's
like
not wrong for
it's like you're not wrong, but again, it's like Jim, like you Smoky Mountain Wrestling, bro. Like, come on, you were here once, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, listen, man. Cornette booked New Jack versus Taker at some point, dog. I don't want to hear nothing about it. If you want to talk about a goddamn Fire Pro Wrestling creative character ass match, bro, that's it.
That's definitely one of them. That is definitely one of them. That is wild.
And I will always give credit to Cornette for letting New Jack be New Jack.
Yeah.
During a time where that was not that OJ Simpson promo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's
Still
top 5 talkers ever. Top 5 talkers.
Yeah.
When he was beefing with Mustafa, he goes, because Mustafa fucking turned on New Jack. He goes, "You white, dressed like somebody black. When I find you, nigga, I'm gonna kill you." I'm like, oh. I go, all right, man. And like it was cool as hell because you had such a fire promo, but you knew New Jack was violence.
Yeah.
So this dude took duct tape around the table. They said, "You ain't going no." Mustafa's sitting there trying to wiggle out, and he comes off the. I mean, it was a big balcony. I think he shattered his shins on that one. That was crazy, bro.
Christ, man.
Yeah, New Jack ain't give a fuck.
Nah.
He just like bombs away.
Welcome to the New Jack podcast where we glazing over here. You know what I'm saying? Number one New Jack fan is in the chat. God bless.
Oh man, yeah, nah, man. Like New Jack is a fucking legend at the end of the day, man. Just from promos, wrestling, all that shit, man. Like, and to be perfectly fucking honest too, man. Like ECW is one of like people just gotta really respect it for what they did, you know. And
they did that shit in like 7 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the way that folks think about it, like they've been around for 10, 15. Like, nah, they was really around from like 93-ish. That was still
93 to 2000.
Like,
man, you got Sandman coming out there drinking beer in the crowd with a kendo stick, just all types of shit.
Making himself bleed every single time, bro. Like smacking the shit out of his head with the can, bro. Like, man.
And it was really interesting how he used to do it because Sandman would do wrestling moves, but make his like he'd do a Hurricane Rana or Frankensteiner, but he called the Frankensander. And I'm like,
one of my favorite moves by him, he have you laying on a guardrail and he'll jump off the other side to the leg drop. I love that shit,
like the RVD version, but like he did the Sandman version. Yeah, absolutely.
He the Max Payne of wrestling, man. That's what he was, dog. Just unathletic as fuck, but he make it work, man.
Go watch the Too Cold Scorpio and Sandman tag team matches from back then. You'd be shocked. You'd be like, what? Like, it's Too Cold.
Man, like everybody look at Too Cold with the Flash Funk shit back when, you know, with the Vince McMahon package and stuff like that. It's really the best. Honestly, like even look before that. Look at like him in WCW when he was flippy WCW. You know what I'm saying? But like him in ECW, he ain't give a fuck about nothing.
You gotta, if you can, go find. I think it was the Peace. What was the show WCW did in North Korea?
Oh, the Collision of Korea.
There's a shoot interview about that.
Yeah,
show.
when he was about to make the shank.
And I'm sitting there like, my brother.
Hey, look, that's what tell you like that Flash Funk. That was a character, bro. That wasn't no like Scorpio. That was a different nigga, bro.
Well, okay. Man, I don't know how much I can say about this. So, like, I gotta say it this way. Oh shit. Wrestling back then came from cats that were raised in the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
It was a different era because you had Paul Orndorff running around with scissors trying to stab people.
Yeah.
It was a time where your spot meant something. This is not justifying it by any means.
No.
But like you had people that like if they lost a fight, they would lose their job.
Yeah.
So you had legitimate.
It was survival. It was about survival.
It was jail, bro.
Yeah.
You were out there.
I mean,
Paul Orndorff running around with Vader in damn shower sandals, thinking about stabbing people. Arn's sitting there tweaking. We don't know what's going on.
I mean, prime example, Haku.
One of the nicest people ever.
Nice people ever.
I'll tell you about this. I'll say this. Minoru Suzuki, Tom Lawler, all them cats. The nicest people. Wrestling now is different.
Yeah.
So the kindest people are the ones I'm afraid of. Haku is cool as a fan. Cool as a fan. You know what I'm saying? So like I thought it was all bullshit. Not saying like, oh, he wasn't him, but like again, it's all Samoans and Tongans, Polynesians around where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's shit that isn't in wrestling that you'll hear about. I'll see it like that.
Yeah. I've been researching. I've been researching a lot.
I've seen some stories about that, man. I'm like
Samoan and Tongan size, the islands and how they move, bruh. Yeah, man. Those some real ones out there, bro.
Grew up with nothing but Tongans. Tongans and Mexicans. It's like that's you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The nicest people that will invite you to the house.
They'll feed you.
Chilling with. But fuck up. Hey man, I remember. Okay, when I was in high school, bro, we had. I mean, man, there was this woman who was hella cool that always looked out for everybody. She was like a counselor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they made a role for her. Like she was there when my mom went to school there. So she's generational with it. You know what I'm saying? Like your mama's mama went to school when she was still there, and she'd make sure that folks got jobs, wouldn't get put on probation. The police came, she'd calm down the police and get everything straight. You know what I'm saying? She was really saving.
It's people, a real one for sure.
Okay. Yeah. There was a transfer student that came from another school from another side of town that put hands on her.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, okay.
I've never seen so many people. Like, I'm not. So there was a tree where the whole bunch of folks kicked it under. It was like 20 deep. You couldn't recognize this person afterwards, bro.
And those some big motherfuckers.
It was just the girls. And I got love for her. Ever since I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'm cool, bro.
No smoke. None.
Yeah, absolutely. People jump out, and always that conversation, like, because so every once in a while, folks be saying, "Nigga," I'm like, "You go tell them that shit, then, man." I am 5'7" and overweight. Y'all have it sounds good on the internet, bro, but y'all got it. Like, but they ride for you, bro. Like I'm telling you, like they will fuck around and be there exactly when you need them. All that type of shit. Some of the coolest people I ever met. Love them, but just don't fuck up. You'll be all right.
Hey, listen, man. That's what I say, man. Like when you talk about these wrestling royal families, look, man, that NOIE. Listen, man.
You got to come to one of the shows. You got to meet Jake, bud.
I really would like to meet Jacob, bro.
Okay, but
I really would like to meet Jacob.
But true story, I've seen this happen twice. Mm-hmm. Masha Slamovich has outdrank him twice. Masha's legit probably the toughest person I know. In 10 to 15 years, the stories you hear about certain folks in the past, you're gonna hear about Masha.
Damn.
The toughest person in wrestling right now is Masha.
Man,
I've seen her punk. I mean, legitimately punk people. Like she's 5'1". Lines of shots. Told bro, stop being a pussy. Hit another one. And he was like, I'm good.
drinking Draco 5-2 under the table, bro.
You heard it here first, bro.
That's
Jake hate when I say that shit too. He's like, hey, she can't be telling. Hey man, you gonna go deal with Masha, bro? I'm just putting, I'm putting her over, bro. I'm just tell you. Gangster.
Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah, we definitely got to come out there for a show, man. We definitely.
If you want to come out for a show, I will 1000%. I got you. Yeah. And someone in chat said, "Oh wait, no.
Oh,
that's private.
No, that was private. Okay,
no,
that was a question to answer from earlier.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, we'll definitely come out there, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh. It was some red tape in that one for sure.
This was like a hitter. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, yeah.
Not saying, oh boy, it's not. No, it was not Kota Ibushi.
Oh,
no. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But hey, I would say the way certain things may be moving, again, I'm not saying nothing. Maybe you might one soon. Maybe one day soon. Before you hang it up. Look, I'm putting it out there for you, Based.
No. I got you. It's
I'm putting it out there for you.
If it's possible, I'll do it.
If that can be your swan song for the both of you.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't even put the card out for October. July, it's Alpha Zoe, Jeff Cobb. We're going to announce it today, but it's Kushida, Jet, and Starboy Charlie versus Los Suavecitos.
Okay.
Masha Slamovich versus Trish Adora for the West Coast Pro Women's title.
How many titles do y'all have?
Just two.
You just
women's belt and heavy, yeah.
And heavy, okay.
Yeah. We were gonna do 6-man tags belts before tag belts. It's just hard to find tag teams.
Okay.
Vina Massaro versus Titus for the belt, since that just got determined last night. That's 4. We got an 8-man tag we haven't announced yet. There's some shit, you know what I'm saying? We got like 1 match we haven't announced yet, 2 matches we haven't announced yet. But that July show finna hit. And then we got the West Coast Cup's 2-day tournament in August.
Oh, okay.
And we got some folks coming in. We're still waiting on that though. Like solidifying shit. And then September, we got a big announcement for September because we're probably gonna have 3 shows in September, but us, you know.
So you trying to lose like 25 pounds in September alone? That's what you.
We're gonna do it all in one weekend, so I don't have to spread it out. So I'm just gonna be like, okay, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just do a loop. But people will know when they hear it. But yeah.
Yeah, man, that sounds good, man. That sounds amazing. That sounds great. Like
whenever
seriously.
you want to come up, tell me. I got you on the hotel rooms. Just tell me. Like, I got you on hotel. So all you got to do.
Yeah, love.
So like, if you said, "Hey, bud, we want to roll for July," you got front row seats. Don't worry about it. You can do the podcast from the spot if you want to. We got the setup for it.
Oh yeah, that's something. That's something we're gonna have to.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely talk.
What we could do is you could guys show up an hour before door. We'll have a table. I'll bring all my shit. Yeah, I got all this shit here. We'll bring it for y'all, and y'all could you could do a live stream or record it. You could probably get like maybe 3 interviews up in there, or interview whoever you want.
Damn, when is it in July?
July 8th.
July 8th, so it's early July. Okay.
Yeah, July 8th. Okay. As if and then if you don't want to do it, then we got August. I'm just telling you, like,
August,
I'll make
September.
it work.
We gonna definitely make something shake, bro. Like we gonna talk for sure, bro.
Yeah,
we gonna talk because I just want to get out there. Period. Like even on like non-podcast shit. Like just for it's like, bro, this is my homie's promotion, bro. Like I want to like see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see it.
Right now, more people are like, I'm being more open with it.
Yeah.
I do 2 podcasts a year. I don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
right. You barely Twitch stream anymore.
Nah,
like,
man.
Like you just...
I get drunk, go on Twitch, and have a therapy session.
Yeah. Legit.
Hey.
Like for real.
Hey man, no, I get it, man. Shit.
My Diablo character died. Fuck everybody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we definitely gonna talk though. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I definitely want to like see it in person and see it for what it is and like mix it up and like hang out.
We're trying to expand.
Yeah,
like just by doing podcast shit, media shit, because we've been just getting it out the mud. Like we want to do we want to leave the West Coast and do. I'm down to go to Detroit. I want to.
Hey man,
listen, man, bro, you bring your ass out here. You ain't got to worry about shit. You ain't got to worry about shit.
It'll be fun. Yeah,
like show happen, man.
And I don't. So here's the thing, right? Like the space that we have for the stateroom, it's a quinceañera hall. I've been to weddings in there.
Oh, all right.
When I had LA, I locked down the Nickerson Garden, the William P. Nickerson's basketball courts. We were going to do it in the Bounty Hunters. We were going to.
Yeah, I'll say that's Bounty Hunter.
Because here's why: there's no one doing shit for. There's no one doing shit. It's all you got to go to Hollywood or downtown LA.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever goes to, you know what I'm saying, where black folks are to do nothing.
Yeah.
All right, cool,
which you should, like, because again, you want to show, like, if you introduced it, like, it'll be the most. It's the listen. You do that, it's gonna be the most peaceful shit. Period, bro.
I got the one spot. I got the one spot. If you want to do it in the hood, I got the one spot. Harpo's.
No, they already do it in Harpo's. So GCW runs in Harpo's, and I think Circles. No,
yeah, GCW. Yeah, they do
Harpo's.
Yeah,
I don't like doing shit where people usually do it at, because what ends up happening is that like I want my own vibe. Like that's just me. You feel me? Yeah. So like I don't really like being like, oh, you know what I mean? So that's always been, that's not a knock to anyone that runs in the same spot.
No, I know, I get it.
You know what I mean? AAW just lost their show. Like Calvin Tankman was at our show yesterday with Beef. And they left at like 3-4 in the morning to go make it back to Chicago. They lost their venue, AAW, because the venue didn't have permits and shit. I want to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah,
I don't want to be like another show ran here and then fucked it off. You know what I'm saying? And then now we lost the venue.
And then you come in there and then they like, well, we don't want no more wrestling shows.
Are you familiar with Calvin Tankman?
Yep.
And are you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna definitely talk.
You need to peep Tankman. I'm just gonna. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yep. No, I get it. I got you. Yeah.
Well,
okay,
bro. I was saying this last night. Hold on, let me pull that shit out. Pause. Hold on. Cage match. Where we at? Last night, who we had? Okay, I'm burnt the fuck out right now. Hold on.
Oh yeah. So, no.
Last night's card, bro. This is what we had. Boom, boom, boom. No, that's Jesus. All right, peep game. We had Kevin, you know Kevin Blackwood is?
Yep.
Artemis Spencer, who's huge in the Pacific Northwest, really good. For Vixen, Rachel Ellering. Beef versus Calvin Tankman. You got to watch that match. Kevin Knight versus Brian Keith. If you don't know who Brian Keith is, or Brian Keith is probably one of the best wrestlers on earth. Probably top 20 easily that are breathing. I'd put him up top 10 for America easily.
You said Brian Keith?
Brian Keith, he worked with Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight he's part of Jet Setters. The other tag team partner from Kushida, New Japan, solid. Suavecitos versus Infantry. Infantry is with Sean Dean and Carly Bravo. That's AEW. Solid people. Alpha Zoe, Adrian Quest. You need to know who Alpha Zoe is. And Adrian Quest. Both of them amazing. Nicole Savoy versus Nicole Matthews, and then Vinny versus Charlie. When we get it up there, I'll get it out to you. It's on IWTV, but you need to watch that fucking show. And you know what I'm saying? We got some folks on there, but you're gonna be like, wow, like where do these folks come from? Brian Keith, you will definitely be seeing soon on television. There's no way that he's not going to.
Oh, you know what? I've seen Brian Keith, the cowboy.
Yeah.
Cowboy. Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah, he's nice. He's nice. Yeah, he's different. Yeah, he's different.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No,
I've seen him before.
Yeah, because I seen a match with him on Reality of Wrestling when he was on there.
He teaches at he's with Booker, all that. We had Booker at our show last year? Yeah, Booker came to the show. Had Lita with us in March. That shit was fucking scary because she won the belt for WWE and I thought they were gonna pull her. But she still showed up like a G.
Was this when she had the tag title?
Yeah. Someone was like, hey, Lita just won the tag belts. I'm like
what?
like
fuck.
Shit. Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's all good. But yeah, man.
But brother, we are going to talk.
We're going to talk. We're going to come out there, man.
Yeah.
I've been telling people all day, like, all y'all got to do is show up. I always got the hotels on deck. That ain't shit. It's just.
Yeah.
And then people see it and they're like, get the fuck out of here. Have a good time.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be looking at you crazy. I'm like, Base, you really did this shit. You're
gonna see
crazy.
me running around, like,
right? Exactly. Like, so you like, yeah. Tell you one thing, you're gonna forget about it. Like.
No, it's not even that, man. It's just like there's so many fires to put out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm happy that I have Chris and Vinny now because like before it was like I have to help agent the matches. I don't know how to do that. But you know what I mean? And we were lucky to get that shit going. I had to help get all the details for the matches, customer service, ticket shit, seat shit, venue problems, venue issues. Why is the internet down? There's fire marshals here. Because for a while we had other promotions calling fire marshals on us.
I can imagine. I believe that.
I believe that.
I was in the party promotion game. They niggas did that shit to us too, so I already know.
Yeah, it's the same all around. From party promotion to wrestling promotion to anything like a baby shower promotion. They gonna do all that shit.
And then guess what we did? We
kept going.
No.
Oh, y'all started inviting them to the show.
And the fire marshals were at the show and they couldn't do nothing no more. Hey man, listen, I was petty before. Now I got petty. I'm petty with money now. You kiss my ass, bro. You can't, you know what I mean? You have to shoot me or some shit. I'm out.
Oh man, yeah. Dog. Like nah, man. We gonna come out there, man. We gotta get the Padre flowing to the Padre Azul, all that shit.
October's gonna be rough, but because the big show, July is gonna be a big show.
Yeah.
If y'all really want to do it, I'll set it up. You could even do the cup. It's not saying the cup isn't big. The cup's just gonna be heavy.
Yeah, the cup is
But like, and then in September's when I get dates for September, I'll let you know. But July, you'll have you're gonna have some hitters there. There's people that we haven't announced and we won't announce. You just have to show up.
Yeah.
Like the last time we did that, it was a 6-man, and the surprise was Danny Garcia. He just popped up, and people were like, "What?" And he came with the Ring of Honor pure title, the whole 9. It was lit.
Oh wow! So he had the pure title because he probably had the PWG title on him too.
He had that with him.
Yeah,
I think I can't say anything out loud about that. But yeah, Garcia's the homie. That's I will always got love for Garcia. Garcia's probably one. Like Garcia's cool because like he be doing charity shit and don't tell nobody. He gonna be like, if he hear this, he gonna be like, shut the fuck up. But like he'll pop up. He's from Buffalo. Like he's from he is from some shit, and you know he don't do the extras. He just gives back. That's him. So
yeah. But man, that was great. That was great, man. Based, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Like again.
You didn't even get to have the questions. I'm over here going on tired.
No, brother. Hey, look, we didn't even. Hey, look, you gave.
I'll run it back.
More
than you want to run it back on that.
Yeah. 3 boys kicking it, dog. That's all that was right there.
Hey, come to the show. I'll do it in person. Fuck it.
Man. That's fine. Hey, look, I'm gonna get you in person. We're gonna get you back on here. We're gonna do it up, man. We're gonna definitely bring you back on because again, like when me and Ant started this, when we started the podcast, and then once we like really understood, like, yo, okay, I think what we doing is correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of course, for one, we wanted to make it about Detroit 100%, straight up. Detroit is a wrestling fucking city, bro.
Who in Detroit, independent wise, wrestling like wrestlers? Who in Detroit's fire?
It's this one cat. Like he's out of North. Well, he's from here, but he went to North. He moved. I think he's wrestling in North Carolina currently. What's
Lucky Ali?
Is it Lucky Ali?
I fuck with Lucky Ali.
It's this one cat, man. I forgot, bro. Name. Hold on. Give me 1 second, cause. Oh, what's my man name, bro? But he wrestling out. I've been like really paying attention to fam lately. Oh shit, I just had it. Jordan Holt. Yeah, he's out of Detroit, and he's I think he's wrestling currently like in one of the Charlotte territories.
Okay, DPW, Headlock Pro.
Where is he at? He is Grizzly Pro.
Okay, I'll look him
Grizzly
up.
Pro. Yeah, that's where he's at. Oh wait, Grizzlies is here. That's where he's at here. When he wrestles here, I'm not sure. I don't know where he's at in Charlotte, but I'll check him out. But Jordan Holt is somebody that's like on this come up shit.
That's but like, I want to work with. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're on TV, like salute. But we trying to get people there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. But man, again, bro, like, trust me, like questions, like, trust me, you answered most of them anyway. Cool. You know what I'm saying? You gave more than enough, bro.
No, we cool. Yeah.
But yeah, because I know again, like you coming off of an event the night before and everything like that. So I was like, yo, I just wanted to squeeze you in here and get you.
Yeah, for sure. I got out the show, got home at 2, worked a little bit.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning at like 8:39, worked again. Like I'm promoting for the next show. I'm always going, bro. You'll see me in a coffin. I'll be resting there. That's how it works.
Right, exactly. But like I was saying, like one of the things, like when we started this podcast, I was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna get based. Sooner or later, I'm getting based on here, and we gonna like, cause I wanna see what's he doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man,
you thought I was a busy motherfucker, man. You got. Jesus Christ, man.
One day I'll sit there and enjoy the shit. For right now,
absolutely.
I'm literally fueled off of Red Bulls and spite. So we're here.
Yeah. But bro, we appreciate you coming on, man. For sure.
Man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll get it in. Just let me know what's up. I'll be around.
Yes, sir. All right, bro.
Man.
Appreciate
I'll holla at you. Yes, sir.
And that was our homie BasedLaRock. Coming in from West Coast Pro. That's the homie, man. That's our guy. Like again, like seeing where we like y'all gotta understand, like when like seeing where we all came from, like when we first found each other on the internet and shit like that, like to see where we are today is just it's crazy.
It's crazy as hell, man.
It's crazy. Like this is like a span of like 10 years. You know what I mean? Like
man, shit, playing Destiny together and shit, man. Just all type of
shit. Like
that shit crazy as hell, man.
Going based and all type. Yeah, it was just crazy, crazy times, man. But I am going to tap into a few newsworthy items. Then we're gonna talk this week in wrestling a little bit, and then we're gonna get the hell up out of here. So let's hit it.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
All right. So first up, WWE, they have announced a multi-year partnership with Twitch. Yikes. They have announced a multi-year partnership with Twitch. Goodness gracious. Wow. That's funny because considering how much talent left due to them not being able to earn any outside money with, from streaming and, outside merch things. Now WWE played the long game. A lot of people played the long game, a lot of talent played the long game, and now they can play on Twitch, and they have a partnership with Twitch. And WWE's plans with Twitch, they're going to be doing, of course, superstar channels are going to be showcased a lot, but they're also planning to showcase exclusive live content. One of those, for example, is something similar to what the Mannings do with Monday Night Football. So them having a side cast, basically like a side talk show or whatever, while Monday Night Football is playing on the other split screen side, which is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So they're considering doing that for like Monday Night Raw simulcast, and it's really, really cool when you think about it. Like, so they're going to really be able to expand on that in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really, really cool. But man, considering like how a few talents, and I'm not gonna jump on the wagon and say whom, you know what I'm saying, but I mean, we kind of already know there, but hey, it is what it is. So really, really exciting stuff. Really, really a good opportunity for talents to earn some money on top of them nice, lovely checks they earning week by week to stream on Twitch. So that's what's up. Another newsworthy item. Forbidden Door, AEW Forbidden Door. I like to call it Forbidden Door 2 because this is the second one, but whatever. So Forbidden Door, which is the partnership pay-per-view between New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW, is taking place June 25th, Sunday, June 25th. So we're not that far away from Forbidden Door 2. I think right now we have 2 matches already booked for this, which actually look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. So like the first match we have Bryan Danielson versus Okada. In the match, finally that dream match is coming to fruition. So that's gonna be a banger nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, I think Danielson can do this match and retire if he wanted to, because I mean, like, what's left to do other than maybe if he wanted to wrestle in the G1. I mean, I don't know, but so that's exciting. And we have Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay 2 taking place at Forbidden Door 2. I think that's going to be great because I honestly, their match together at Wrestle Kingdom this past year was like really, really good. So I think they can only just top it from here at the Forbidden Door. I think also another rumored, possibly rumored match. I don't know. It's just going around the interwebs a little bit. Some people just talking, but possibly you may get CM Punk versus Kenta. So that right there is just another full circle type matchup. So the way Forbidden Door is setting up for this year is definitely a whole lot better than what happened previously last year, because last year they had a lot of issues with injuries and they had to do a lot of replacements and everything in between all of that. So yeah, Forbidden Door 2 is looking like it's gonna be something worth watching. I'm not gonna hold you up. I know we criticize AEW a lot here, but I can't ignore the matchups that we got going on. I think I'm actually gonna tap into this. So however, I'd say one little critique there for me is that, you know, because Wembley is not that much further away from Forbidden Door. So I'm like, damn, we couldn't put Okada and Danielson on at Wembley. You know, you couldn't do Ospreay and Omega at Wembley. And you know what? Hey, I don't know what the plans are for Wembley personally, but again, they gotta bring it for Wembley. Hopefully they got some good booking going on there coming up soon. So yeah, there's that. Speaking of CM Punk, AEW Collision is finally taking place. It's taking place June 17th, so probably a week away from this podcast episode. You got AEW Collision, but one thing to note about ticket sales with Collision, CM Punk is actually he's not boosting the ticket sales outside of Chicago.
I'm
so it's the grandeur of CM Punk being the big draw guy. Is it leaving us?
If it is, it's the fault of management in AEW. Everything. I think it's that because I think it's been a big sabotage about that because you know with the because you know like Bucks and Kenny they have their fan base and they have their people and they have their power too. And you know there was stuff being leaked out about you know CM Punk did this, CM Punk did that. And I mean you heard the announcement when they said CM Punk having that match, it was a mixed reaction.
Yeah.
Because you still got AEW. I have seen lifelong CM Punk fans turned on him for this company.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. People that had the CM Punk logo tattooed on them have turned on him for AEW.
Now, that's the thing. Like, okay, so like to piggyback off of you, one thing that I can say for sure now that most of AEW's fan base is the elite fan base at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the CM Punk side of things, they're literally in Chicago. Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Like, that's what's left. Those are the remnants of his fan base when it comes down to the AEW side. So I kind of see why they're choosing Kenny and the Bucks over him at this rate, you know, especially when they have smeared so much of this guy's name since the brawl. I mean, I won't even say since the brawl, really since they returned. When they came back, that's kind of when it all started. Because before that, it was kind of like, you know, this is what happened. That's what happened. The elite actually got their ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, this, that, and the third. But yeah, it is quite interesting how they have like really turned the switch on him and how ticket sales just haven't been boosted by his presence because that was the narrative. That's what's been the narrative since he's been gone. They not selling out shows because they don't have him. He's the bigger draw. But now he's back, and now it's looking like all that stuff is coming back on everybody now. So now he's not the big draw. So like, what are we doing here?
And that's got to fall on management, man. That has to fall on management. Exactly. Like that has to fall on them because now y'all playing behind the 8 ball right now. You know what I'm saying? You got All In coming up. It's a lot you have to do for that.
We got Forbidden Door coming first.
Forbidden Door, Forbidden Door. But I'm talking about the biggest show they on.
Yeah, the biggest show. Yeah.
They got to figure that out, man. But you know what? I'm just thinking like, I think once CM Punk start wrestling again, and the matches start, the matches and everything, we start getting quality matches out of him again. I think that's when things are going to pick up again because. Like, even when people like, saying, let's say for rappers, for instance, they do some crazy ass shit. People ain't fucking with them. They like, man, fuck this guy. Put out some shit.
On the right beat.
Put them on the right beat. Put out some fire shit. Hey, we back.
Start gravitating. Start gravitating back to him. Yeah.
And I think with this match, this 6-man tag match, that's gonna be a fire match. You know what I'm saying? Juice Robinson, Samoa Joe, and Jay White with FTR and CM Punk.
Yeah,
that could do a lot.
I think that'll be a nice little injection of bringing him back. Even though like again, well, and that's one of my criticisms. Like, because y'all could have just been silent, and instead he automatically opened his mouth. We're dedicating this to Bret Hart. It's like, bro, please stop. Like, stop doing this. Like, stop. Like, you already then already injected this with negativity already. Like, bro, like no one cares. Just wrestle, bro. Just come back, just wrestle. Like, I don't need all the extra shit. But yeah, I mean it possibly could, and that's supposed to be like the first Collision match, correct? Like that's the opening, the main event for the first episode of Collision.
Yeah, that's the first match they announced and everything. So I mean, I'm just looking at it like, they have a chance to turn the ship around. They have a chance to turn the ship around. They just got to make sure they put out great matches. Yeah, but also too is like, man, you gotta. They did a lot of damage from Brawl Out until now. There was a lot of damage that's been done on both sides. Like, CM Punk is not absolved from this shit because he did a lot of crazy ass shit too. So it's like, it's a lot that happened, man. But if you're thinking like this is the guy this is your money, this is your biggest hit, your star, your biggest star for the company. And you have your EVPs trashing him, sending out shit to the dirt sheets to report on.
Yeah. And making fun of him in matches. You know what I'm saying?
Like come on now, man. You turning some shit around and you're allowing this shit to happen. So it's like, this is why we are where we at right now with this shit. This is why we are there. So you gotta turn this ship around, man, because this could be make or break for you.
Mm-hmm.
This could be bad if you don't fix this shit.
Yeah. So absolutely. So like they gotta do something. They gotta reel this in. I'll tell you this, like the first mistake right now, and I've been critical of this ever since the announcement of this, is the fact that y'all putting him on Saturdays when you might want to put your EVPs on Saturday instead, but that's just me. I don't know, but hey, whatever, bro. Like, hey, look, AEW Collision June 17th, 2023. That's all I can say, bro.
It's gonna be, and that's next week. That's next
Saturday. Saturday. Yeah, we are a week away, literally a week away as of this recording, a week away from the first episode of AEW Collision. So, that's that. And I did bring up the fact I brought up these Forbidden Door matches, which are really looking really good. And the possible rumored one was possibly CM Punk versus Kenta.
I would love that one.
I would actually, like I said, the way these matchups are coming together, I'm like, yo, I actually want to see Forbidden Door.
No, I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna tune in for that one, dog. I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna tune in. So my biggest one I'm gonna tune in for is Bryan versus Okada.
Yeah.
I gotta see that one.
Yeah, Bryan, that's a dream match of all dream matches right there.
I gotta see that one.
I mean, and I said this like before you started. I said if Bryan retired after that match, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
like, he can he could be done. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Everybody's talking about, Bryan and Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, that would have been that was a fire match. That'd have been a fire match. But give me Bryan and Okada. Hell yeah, give me that.
But then they do Bryan, Zack Sabre Jr. like, or was he hurt during?
He was hurt. They were supposed to do it last year, but
they did Claudio. They did Claudio versus Zack Sabre Jr. at the last Forbidden Door.
Yeah, that was Claudio's debut match, which was a fire match too. That was a fire match. Yeah, but you know what? Give me Bryan and Okada, dog. Give me Bryan and Okada.
And then you got Then you got Omega and Osprey too.
They're
so
gonna
put on another show like they did.
They're gonna put on another one. Yeah, and Kenny's fully healthy now too. Yeah, they're gonna put on a great one.
Because like I said, that was the problem last year for Forbidden Door. They had so many injuries, and like they had to change a lot of things around. So now you got a healthy Kennedy, a healthy Danielson, and possibly if CM Punk can come in the building that night and he can wrestle Kenta.
And I'm thinking too, they're probably gonna do a champion versus champion. MJF versus Sonata.
Oh wow, yeah, possibly, yeah, probably so. Because I don't see nobody else wanting to work that match with him. Like, I mean, because that's champion, so that's the champion. So, which is cool, which I think they should do. Because even though like last year it was still a good main event last year. You had Jay White, Okada, Adam Cole, and Hangman. I think it was a fatal 4-way last year. So you just follow that up with a good champion versus champion type deal there. Like, I think that'll be great.
Yeah, that'll be cool too. And then we heard about the rumor one that was going to happen, Mercedes versus Saraya.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it will do to Saraya getting hurt. I'm not sure if that's going to happen now, but
I mean, Mercedes getting hurt.
I mean, I'm sorry, Mercedes getting hurt.
Yeah. No, man, like with that one too, I haven't seen a Saraya match outside of one she have with Britt Baker. I don't know if she's
terrible. She's
still moving like
she's still terrible. Yeah, she's moving like
she don't want to get hurt. She don't want to get hurt. Okay,
and then again, the other problem I have with that is that you're doing this match off some you hurt me in WWE, so I got to get my get back in a whole another company. Like, you can't ignore it. So that's why I don't find that to be a good matchup. Like, maybe if you did, I mean, being that Tony Storm's the champion now, like you would do Tony Storm versus Mercedes, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's really strange. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do there. Like, I don't know what's the recovery period for Mercedes per se. You know, being that Forbidden Doors on the 25th. But
man, they could. I don't know. They got other directions they can go in with that. So I'm thinking that there is going to be a couple of women matches on there. So we'll figure that out. But you know what? But it's just like they can do it if this shit is good. I think it's gonna be a good pay-per-view. I think it's gonna be a good pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be better than last year.
Yeah, because all their people are healthy and everything. So yeah. I mean, for the two matches in a rumored one, that's shit.
And then that's the other thing that I'm confused about, because I mean, if they do some Bullet Club shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they bring over David Finlay. Like, would they do David Finlay, Jay White too?
Who'll be the face? That'd be the question right there.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're doing a tweener versus tweener, but again, like, because that's the thing about it. It doesn't make sense about Jay White. Like, Jay White's on this Bullet Club thing, so you doing Bullet Club Gold. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be doing Bullet Club New Japan versus Bullet Club Gold. So it's looking a lot like NWO Black and White versus the Wolfpack. I'm not gonna hold you. Bullet Club is like so dead. Like, I don't know why y'all still doing this shit.
I'm fucking with United Empire more anyway, though.
Yeah, United Empire is definitely a lot better right now. Like,
I like Aussie Open. I love Aussie Open.
Yeah, Aussie Open they're dope. Like,
yeah, I love Aussie
Open. Actually, I think Aussie Open signed to AEW.
Yeah, they signed to AEW now. Yeah, so I like Aussie Open, man. I fuck with them. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I just wish. I mean, I know they building it up now because they had to worry about building up Double or Nothing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, maybe that's what I'm thinking too. Maybe next year they should push Forbidden Door into July, so they have more time to build up the matches and everything.
Yeah, I think because of Wembley. I think because Wembley's next month. Yeah. I think that's why they probably was like, okay, we got to push Forbidden Door in here.
Damn, Wembley next month?
Is it next month or is it in August? I feel like it's in August. I think it's August because all out. No, wait. Because Wembley is all in. And then All Out is 2 weeks after, is a week after that.
Yeah, which is crazy.
So what the hell is next month? I feel like something's got to be next month. If Wembley's next month, that would make a little more sense to me. But again, I think because all these dates is just like from WWE dates to AEW dates, everything is just in a gridlock. So it's all types of crazy. But yeah, it's no telling what they're gonna do there with, like, because again, you got. I'm hoping that, again, I hope they don't do a super fleshed out card either for Forbidden Door. Like, keep it to like 5 to 7 matches. That's it. I don't need a big 13.
Well, man, you know that's gonna happen.
I want them to surprise me. I want them to surprise me, because let me tell you this. I'm like, you got me for 3 matches, maybe 4, but you go 7, 8, 9, like, bro, you losing me. You're gonna lose me. Like, because there's only so many people I want to see. And then ain't no telling. I seriously doubt y'all get Naito to show up. I know Naito didn't come last year. He probably won't come this year. Matter of fact, are they doing, what about Mox? Like, are they supposed to be doing a Mox? And because they did Mox Tanahashi last year.
They haven't said anything about Mox yet, but they got to do something fast. They probably gonna do like a 3, like someone Blackpool Combat Club versus, you know.
Because what was the other? It's another faction over in New Japan.
Not Suzuki Gun, I don't think. No, Suzuki Gun disbanded. They disbanded.
No, not them. Because United Empire, Bullet Club. It was one more.
Chaos.
Chaos still together?
Chaos still together.
But they just don't have Okada no more. They don't have the original Chaos.
Nigga, Okada's still the leader.
Oh, Okada's still the leader of Chaos?
I'm about to look it up right now. I think Okada's still the leader. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, they still the leader because you know what? It will be somebody with Chaos, because I forgot Blackpool Combat Club had a match against the Best Friends and Rocky Romero, and they're all a part of Chaos.
Oh, yeah.
So they about to build something towards that.
So maybe they are gonna do a Chaos Black.
Because you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because think about it. You got Bryan versus Okada, and
Bryan versus Okada, that's leader versus leader, and then that would make a lot of sense. So it'd be Chaos versus.
I'm thinking it's gonna end up being this nigga part. Wow. It's probably gonna be Ishii.
Ishii is in Chaos.
Ishii, Goto, and probably Yoshihashi. I think that's
Yoshihashi.
Yeah,
that's going. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense there. So it'd probably be Chaos versus Blackpool Combat Club, which would be a good one. Another good one.
That'd be another good one. I kind of got thrown off for a minute. I ain't know Lil Rush is part of Chaos.
I think he's newly like within Chaos.
Yeah, I did not know
he wasn't the original member. Like, you remember
that? No, he's not original. He's definitely not original.
Yeah, original. Like Nakamura is the original.
Chaos. I think he was like the first leader, I believe. He was the first leader. He was the first leader.
Yeah, he was the first leader, but I think him and Okada was in there at the same time at once. If I'm not mistaken.
One person I'm thinking, like, you know, that I'm wondering if they're going to be a part. If it's going to be a part of Forbidden Door, Ibushi.
Yeah, because it's his GCW. Like, how many more dates he got left on GCW?
I have no clue. I have to look in that.
Because I don't think it was like a long. I think it's like a more damn near independent type deal he got with GCW, where he's just doing like shows, and like he's not like a GCW
like he's signee. He's not signed to that shit.
Yeah, he's not locked in.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Who would you want to put Ibushi against from the AEW?
Well, if you, that's the thing about it though. Like, if Ibushi gets inserted into Forbidden Door, then that inserts him into like the Kenny and BCC shit, because he would be, you know, they probably be trying to rehash some Golden Lovers shit. Maybe. Since Kenny got turned on by, you know, Don Callis and, you know, left for dead. So, you know, it's a 4-on one thing, but Danielson.
I already know. Ibushi and Takashita, whatever. Takeshita.
Takeshita. Oh,
there you go.
That would be it. Yeah, Takeshita and Ibushi. Yep, that would be one. I forgot. God, I forgot about Takeshita going heel. Yeah, so you could do Takeshita and Ibushi. if Ibushi pulled up. But then again, Ibushi's not New Japan. He's not New Japan talent. He's just somebody who was in New Japan. You know, he's not signed there no more. You know
but I mean, shit, still Forbidden Door, man. He's not saying
still Forbidden Door. He can walk through the Forbidden Door. So
he can walk through that.
What it is.
I mean, I got a dream Forbidden Door match that I want. It's not like AEW per se, but it's WWE. I always want. It's two of them actually. I always want to see Cena versus Tanahashi. Because they're both were the Cenas of their generation.
They're the Cena of their generation.
Yeah.
Even though I kind of put Okada and Cena in the same, I would say they.
See,
but it's different generations. It's different generations.
See, like, and then the next one, Reigns versus Okada.
Yeah, now Reigns versus Okada would be a better matchup. That would be better. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be stiff. It'd be a little stiff.
I think Roman might go stiff in that motherfucker for real, man. Now, if it was Orton, hell no, Orton.
Yeah, Orton ain't going stiff.
He ain't doing no stiff.
No, he ain't doing that. No.
He looking like
Okada Reigns makes a little more sense to me than Okada Cena. But like, Cena and Tanahashi, absolutely.
Both the aces of their company. Like we'll never see it, but
nah, we ain't gonna see it at this point. Nah, hell no. Unless Cena go broke and he gotta he only taking bookings and he ain't going broke no time soon.
It ain't happening, boy.
Yeah, them checks gonna continue clearing, brother.
Oh boy, yeah. Also, too, man. I don't know, man. I don't think Brock. I don't know who to put Brock against in New Japan, dog.
Shit, he done already soured most of his New Japan relationship anyway, from back in the day when he was fucking up Nakamura. So he already soured them days. He left on bad terms, if I'm not mistaken. So hell no, that don't want nothing to do with his ass. But who knows? Because Antonio's no longer with us.
Oh yeah. The Noki man, and like Brock. I don't know if you read this story that Brock went to go talk to like the people in New Japan who came there and went to go ask about Inoki and was just like, he said he just fuck everybody else. I'm about to go talk to this guy. Yeah. So it might be something there. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be. He might have healed something. He might have did a healing before Inoki's passing. But who knows? I don't know. But movement, like other newsworthy items, really. Let's see. Of course, the WWE fans is growing by the leader, nearly 90 million. So that was something. Also, last but not least, Gunther has finally got a year in with the Intercontinental Championship. I believe he's less than 100 days away from being all time. So he's going to get there. We know. So shout out to Big Gunner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to Gunner, our guy. So that's that. So I think from here now we can just talk about some This Week in Wrestling real quick, and then we get up out of here. This Week in Wrestling.
I am the BEST
New Day,
because the Street Profits are up and we want the smoke.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
acknowledge me. Round one.
Dom DeMarco.
All right, so Raw. Honestly, Raw was pretty damn good this week. Honestly, Raw felt like a NXT, like black and gold type show. I ain't gonna like it. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now, some seeds have been planted.
Oh yes,
some seeds have definitely been planted.
Very much so. Seth Rollins and Damian Priest finished out Raw with the main event, like Seth's first title defense. You kind of see some seeds being planted within the Judgment Day. Damian Priest, I don't know if we're going to be breaking up soon, but definitely some issues there because Damian Priest wanted to be his own man and go out there with no interference, but Finn interjected anyway, and I think Finn probably hopped into it because Seth was kind of shooting where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? He's been stabbing Finn with them hits like, oh yeah, you were only a big title champion for one night. Ha! You know what I'm saying? So I think it's probably about to shift to the inevitable Finn versus Seth Rollins feud soon.
Yeah, I think that's happening at Money in the Bank. To be honest with you,
yeah,
I think that's a Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. I don't see it going down at SummerSlam. Like
no,
I
think the SummerSlam match is gonna. I think the SummerSlam match is gonna be interesting. For Seth. I'm gonna think on that, but I don't think
it'll be Gunther because I think he's still gonna have to Intercontinental.
Low key, it might be Finn. It might be Finn.
It might be Finn.
And they could bring the Demon back out for SummerSlam because they making SummerSlam into something like huge. Yeah. And I get why because he comes to motherfucking Detroit, niggas.
Yeah, it's gotta be big.
Also, I think I know who. We already know who's gonna be Damien's replacement if he get kicked out of Judgment Day.
Oh yeah, JD McDonald.
Yeah,
JD McDonough would be Damien's replacement if we going that way. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But clearly, it's some issues being put there between them. So we got some storyline stuff pushing on the way. Speaking of Judgment Day, it looks like Cody has got smoke with Dominic now.
I love it.
We shifted from Brock for a little bit, and it was pretty entertaining. Cody was out there for Miz TV with the cast on, so he's still selling it, still in the Codyverse.
Kayfabe, baby.
We're still there in the Codyverse. So.
Kayfabe, man. That's one man. He old school. He gonna believe in that kayfabe shit. He like, bitch, I'm hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. So, but Dominic decided to come out with Rhea, and Cody was just like, prison. You ain't really do no real time. You know what I'm saying? You got worse prison tattoos than I do. That was funny. Talking about his neck tattoo. But that was cool. But then Dominic slapped the shit out of Cody and ran behind Rhea. So yeah, man.
Cody gonna beat his.
I'm ready.
Beat his ass, man.
I'm ready.
Beat his ass, man.
Light up that spoon. I need it. So that was pretty cool. Probably like the best match on Raw was the Gunther versus Kevin Owens.
Man, that was such an impromptu ass match, dog. I want to see a few. I want to see them. That might need to be Gunther's opponent at WrestleMania, dog. That might have.
SummerSlam.
I mean, not SummerSlam. Yeah, that might have to be. That might have to be.
Look, and I was about to say that too, bro. Honestly, I was gonna say that to you because it looks like we might have some tag team title stuff going on soon because of what happened on SmackDown. But if there was somebody I would like to dethrone Gunther when he get done with the all-time title reign, I think it might be Kevin Owens, bro, for me. Because this match, that shit was crazy.
That was a hoss fight.
That was a hoss fight. That was just everywhere, bro. Like they was going, bro.
And
I think they gave them like 20 minutes.
And they both were protected too. They
very
both were
much
protected.
so.
They both
very
were
much protected.
Because Kevin probably would have. Kevin ate the pin, but it was a roll-up pin.
Yeah. And it was an interference roll-up.
Interference roll-up pin. Yeah, so that tells the story right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I think there's more to come from Gunther and KO. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you got Sammy still proxy bloodline-ish type thing, still, even though he's quote unquote done. But you got to give Kevin something by proxy too. And I think that's like the Imperium Gunther type problem. So that would be pretty cool.
And Gunther coming through with that Imperium bomb and shit.
and that goes to say for me, like you said, this got mad impromptu. That's where I say this felt like an NXT type deal because that's type of things that used to happen on Black and Gold. They be they're talking shit. Next thing you know, they booking a match right there. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I loved about this shit, Kevin Owens' new character, he just frustrated.
Yeah, he just yelling and frustrated and mad. Like, shit.
Like, what the fuck is this shit? Come on, we're about to go fight.
Let's go. Turn on my music now. Like, yeah, he was wilding. So I love this KO.
You got the old man yell at clouds. The old man yell at clouds shit going right now. I fuck with it.
He just like, I want to fight now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, keep fighting, K. Keep fighting, Kev.
Oh man.
So that was great.
One thing I love about Gunther, man. One thing I love about Gunther, dog. That nigga's not turning down no phase, dog. He like,
hell no. Gunther going for
let's go.
Gunther like, I'm wrestling every week. I don't
he
care,
like, fuck
bro.
it, let's go.
Let's go. You want to wrestle? Let's go.
Like,
the match is sacred.
Sacred, nigga. So you want to fight? Come on, let's go.
Like, let's go.
I mean, come on. He wanted the riddle. Was like, I hope you win the Money in the Bank so you can challenge me.
So you can challenge me so I can whoop your ass, bro.
That's some fire ass shit, man.
Gunther's so cold, bro.
He might be my favorite wrestler right now, dog. He might.
Gunther up there with like my wrestler of the year type.
Dog, he just like, nigga, I hope you win the Money in the Bank so you can challenge me.
So you can and I can pull up to me so I can beat your ass.
That nigga said, fuck the Undisputed Universe title, fuck the World Heavyweight title. Come challenge me.
Come
get
me.
This bitch right here. That's how the fuck you elevate a title, dog.
Yeah,
that's how you elevate a title. That's how you elevate a title.
Honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. Like when Gunther's done, he's gonna be like my GOAT Intercontinental Champion. Like I'm sorry, like and there's a lot of people that I think that did.
Okay, right now for me, it's the Miz, dog. It's the Miz right
Miz now. That's what I'm saying. Miz is up there with me. Miz is up because I feel like that first elevation of that title was Miz. You know what I'm saying? He went crazy. Like for some reason, he just said like fuck it. Like Intercontinental title means I'm him. Like straight up. You know what I'm saying? He was that first elevation, and then you had Seth Rollins with it. Finn had it for that minute. Roman had it for a minute, and then you know what I'm saying. Then it got nasty again.
Yeah, it was just like a throwaway title for a while.
Yeah, it got nasty. Yeah, it got nasty in that mid card for me because Nakamura had it for like 2 years. Damn.
Yeah, Sammy got it. Sammy
had it.
Nakamura was the one that had the new
one. Yeah, he had the new one, and Ricochet had it too. Ricochet had it for a minute too.
Oh, you put that bitch on Gunther, nigga? Yeah, he made that bitch feel special. Like, he made that bitch feel special.
Yeah, like I got this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the Intercontinental title. Yeah, man, he got like that's Gunther's title, bro. And to go back to Becky Lynch and Sonya Deville actually had a really great match too. That was fun. That was a Money in the Bank qualifier, and Becky goes over on that, of course. But of course, Trish and Zoe pull up out there, so that's not done yet, of course. And then later on in the show, Zoe Stark also qualifies for the Money in the Bank by defeating Natalya.
Yep.
And also we had you know what? Kaden Carter and Katana Chance debuted finally on main roster, and they put on a banger.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine. They're
gonna be fine. Like they put on a banger versus Ronda and Shayna, and that was cool too. So yeah, Raw was really good this week. Really good.
It was a lot of great matches.
Yeah. NXT real quick. A few things that popped out on NXT was Thea Hale winning the Battle Royal.
That was fire.
Yeah, she eliminated Dana Brooke. That was cool. Baron Corbin defeated Trick Williams. Hilarious. Yeah, Baron Corbin is injecting into some real shit down there.
Yeah, Brian Breaker beat the shit out of Dragunov, so that's our next feud.
That's our next feud, Brian. Well,
I mean, we'll talk about that in a minute. Finish it up. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, okay. Mustafa Ali defeated Joe Gacy. Look, what they doing with the free agents right now, it's fire. And it's also elevating NXT to become a third brand, damn near again, to the point to where it's going to be an official third brand / developmental. You know what I'm saying? But really cool decisions they making here. That was that. Blair Davenport finally had her debut match. She defeated Danny Palmer with a Falcon Arrow. So Danny's trying to get smoked back because she hurt Sol Ruka, but Blair Davenport did that. And anything else? Schism defeated Diamond Mine.
But we can talk about the big shit.
But the big shit.
Brian Breaker challenged Seth Rollins.
Big Brian Breaker, at the end of the show, decided that he said, Seth Rollins, you will not pull up to the PC next week and put that belt on the line. I dare you. I'm challenging you to the open challenge to your World Heavyweight Championship next week on NXT.
Now this is the workers title. Seth's gonna pull up.
Oh, Seth is coming to NXT next week. That's crazy.
And that's going to be a crazy ass. That's gonna be a crazy ass.
That's gonna be wild. That's good. Just the reaction alone of Seth when that music hits in the PC and that. I cannot stand the CWCP crowd, but I'm giving them a pass when Seth comes out there because they're gonna be singing his shit the entire time. So yeah, man, that's crazy.
I love this for Brian though.
I like that for Brian because I didn't expect that. I did not expect Brian to say what he was saying because at first I'm like, what are we doing with Brian post the Mello thing? Like, what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna tell you right now, he's not gonna beat Seth, but when he gets called up, he's gonna have that World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna have that.
He's gonna have that. They're not gonna give him a title shot if they didn't believe he was going to be like main title.
They wanted to see how he would do as a heel, and that man is killing it as a heel right now. He's even better as a heel, dog. Like just coming out of nowhere, spearing the fuck out of people and shit. Like,
because supposedly, like there's rumors that the next call ups will be happening soon, and they're saying that it's going to be probably Braun and Ilya Dragunov coming up.
Yeah,
so,
definitely Brian. And I would put Brian on Raw.
Yeah, put him on Raw easily.
Put him on Raw.
Seth needs challengers, which he got, which he has, but he needs more. He needs other people. Like if you're doing Seth Finn, like you need to throw somebody at Seth before you get to that because that's a feud with history. So you kind of need to do.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, he gonna beat Brian, but it's gonna be a motherfucker to beat Brian.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a banger. They're gonna have a banger of a match. They're gonna need to get them like a half hour. They gotta get them a half hour easy next week.
Man.
But yeah, that's NXT. Now for AEW, we actually have our AEW correspondent tapping in for us. So I have audio from our AEW correspondent, Marcel. So here it is. AEW Dynamite.
Man, what's good, man? What's good? You already know who it is, man. Big 6-0, still Bigger Belly, all that shit, man. You already know what it is. AEW correspondent back with another review of AEW Dynamite. Shout out to Ant, shout out to AJ, Midcarders Catering, shout out to the Union, shout out to Show Your Network. I'm about to get into it. But yeah. First match we got was Shane Strickland versus Orange Cassidy for the belt. I forgot the fucking name of it. Don't really give a fuck. Overall, great match. Orange Cassidy, once again, is the best wrestler on AEW right now. Him and Shane Strickland, they meshed very, very good together. Every match that they had, it was always good. So I'll consider that the match of the night. So definitely watch that one. Definitely watch that one. That was a really good match. Then we had what was that nigga's called? BCC versus Chaos, which is basically the best friends extended group. You had Dan Bryanson on commentary. Him and Okada is facing each other at Forbidden Door. So they're hopping that match up very highly. But overall in that match, it was cool. BCC won. They basically the top heel group on AEW right now. So they're going to be winning a lot of matches until possibly, the Elite, which we're supposed to be getting the match next week, I believe, with them. So they might beat them, but BCC, they was cool with William Regal. I'm like, they all right. It was cool. I feel that was better with William Regal, but whatever. They all right. They cool. Next match that we had was Anna Jay versus Chris Skylander. I'm quiet, as you see. You can skip that match if you want to. That winning division is, it's not that great. It's not that great. So if you want to skip that, skip it. Yeah. And then we had Don Callis and I forgot the homie name, the Japanese guy. Sorry for you. Your name is very hard to pronounce. I apologize on that. But Don Callis guy versus some jobber in Colorado Springs. You already know who won. Don Callis guy won. Then they cut a promo. Don Callis was talking about King Omega, like, you're a cancer, how they cut the cancer out. You can't do shit without me. You couldn't beat Will Ospreay without me. Yada, 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 yada. So we'll still be getting that conclusion. We'll probably get Don Callis guy versus Kenny Omega, probably maybe at Forbidden Door. No, never mind. Excuse me. Never mind. We getting Will Ospreay versus Kenny, but we might get Don Callis guy versus Kenny Omega possibly in 2 weeks. AEW Dynamite. So we'll see. Then we had Hook and Jungle Boy versus some 2 jabronis. I don't know who the fuck they were. I forgot their names. That's how much I don't. Yeah, that match was okay. It was a no DQ match. It was cool. It was one spot what Hook did. It was really bad. It was really, really bad. Like, it was like, yeesh. And the other dude on the opposite side, he was bleeding like a motherfucker. But yeah, it was a spot in there. It was 2 tables, and they missed 1 table, and it looks really bad. Like, it was really fucking bad. But let me go on Jungle Boy real quick, man. Okay, so with Jungle Boy, he just needs to stay as a tag team. I think AEW sees that he can be a quote unquote top guy, but he's not there because motherfucker have no charisma. He got no charisma at all. Why you think they keep putting this motherfucker with tag teams and shit like that? I mean, he's with Hook now. They call it Jungle Hook. Ooh, cool name. That shit lame. Be creative. But with Jungle Boy, man, nah, he's just a fucking tag team wrestler, dog. He's just literally a tag team wrestler. You know, I don't see him surpassing that. Maybe he might get a mid title, you know, run. But as for the big dog, nah. He needs to get some acting skills because his dad was Luke Perry. Like, nigga, you should be fucking slaying that shit, dog. Your dad was on fucking 90210. RP Luke Perry. But nigga, get some fucking acting lessons, bro. Get some charisma or something, bro. Because you're very, very dull. You're a cool wrestler, but you're dull as fuck. So get some charisma, boy. Like, you need that shit, like, bad. Then we had a segment with MJF and Adam Cole, Bebe. That was a good segment right there. You know, MJF, man, he loves name dropping WWE and fucking Vince McKinney, like, he sucks Vince McKinney dick real bad. Like, he full-fledged gobbling Vince McKinney's dick, bro. Like, gobbling. Like, this nigga's from him, bro. But yeah, that was a good segment though, man. I think Adam Cole, as y'all know, Adam Cole is very good on the mic. RIP to Karrion Kross, he killed his career in NXT. You know, they talked about, you know, MJF talking about he was Keith Lee's manager. Hey. And Adam Cole was like, you a fucking internet troll. Like, that's all you do is just sit on the internet and don't wrestle. Like, he went kind of in on his ass. But overall, very good segment with that one. We get in the AEW Championship Eliminator. So I guess it's for the title. They just need to say it's an AEW Championship match. That's all they got to say. That's all they got to fucking say. But we get in that match next week. Yeah, but Adam Cole went fed baby on MJF on that promo. But yeah, very good segment right there. Then the main event, we had Jay Switch versus Ricky Starch. It was all right. It was cool. And then we had the Ass Boys come out the end and attack my man Ricky Starks. So Switchblade won that match. But you know, overall that was a alright match. Like, if you want to watch AEW this week, I say it's only 2 matches. You can watch the main event, Jay White versus Ricky, and then you can watch the opening match with Orange Cassidy and Shane Strickland. That was a cool match. Oh, speaking of in that match too, Sting and Darby Allin came out to help out Orange Cassidy. So we'll begin the Embassy. So Shane Strickland, Dumbass Group versus Sting, Darby Allin, and Orange Cassidy next weekend versus the trios match. So we'll be getting that as well. But we are getting into the Forbidden Door, so expect to see more New Japan wrestlers, promos, video packages, run-ins, and everything like that. So expect that to see that more next week on Dynamite, because what I believe Forbidden Door is coming June 25th. So expect them to see more of those New Japan wrestlers coming through and everything like that. And we got AEW Collision. Tony Khan announced the main event, which is a trios match with Samoa Joe and Bullet Club Gold, Juice Robinson and Jay White, and versus FTR and CM Bum. You heard it right, CM Bum. As you see, they put him in the trios match because that niggas is rusty as fuck. Rusty. So they got to get FTR, which is, CM Punk's butt brothers, excuse me, can't talk. Butt brothers. So they know, because those are very good wrestlers, but they fucking suck CM Punk's dick. They on their knees. So Tony Khan's like, hey, this nigga can't wrestle right now, so I need y'all to take in a heavy load till he get back into the swing, which he's probably not, because you see the first AEW run with that motherfucker, that shit was ass, dookie cheeks. So, but yeah, man, that was AEW, man. I give it 6.5 out of 6.5, 7 out of 10.
And that was Marcel, our AEW correspondent. Week number 1.
Jay Switch, bro.
Jay Switch. And he starts. Marcel is hilarious, bro. Like, I couldn't stop laughing during that whole time.
He called dog Jay Switch, man.
Jay Switch and Ricky Starch. Shout out to Marcel. He definitely gonna have more for us. Wow, that was great. Let's just jump into SmackDown real quick and get up out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Main in the Money in the Bank qualifiers, Santos Escobar and Mustafa Ali had a banger of a match. That was great. Bailey and Io Sky both cheated in their matches. So both of them qualified, but we got movement there for sure with Damage Control. And then AJ Styles, oh my God, why are they doing this? Karrion Kross and Scarlett pop up on AJ while he's on commentary. She blows red methamphetamine in AJ's face, and yeah. So next week they set up for a mixed tag. I think this is Scarlett's first time wrestling, so this is her debut. So mixed tag, Michin and AJ Styles versus Karrion Kross and Scarlett. So yeah, that happened during that match. Butch beat Baron Corbin on the sideline. Trick Williams and Mello Hayes was on the side.
My dream is coming together, dog, because they came on the same show with Bobby Lashley, bro.
Yeah. They were there in the tent. That's what I'm saying. NXT, we're elevating a little bit here.
Hey man, Trick got his shit rocked though. Trick did get his shit rocked, dog.
Yeah, he got his shit rocked. Yeah, he did.
He got his shit rocked.
Yeah.
He ain't go down.
He ain't go down. But he got
his shit rocked.
You got your shit.
He got his shit rocked. Shout out to my nigga Trick Williams, man. Shout out to my nigga Trick Williams, dog.
Yeah, but it was cool though to see them pull up and have a nice little brawl, and everything. So that was cool. And then Butch won that. Interesting bloodline movements. Jey Uso is being like Jedi mind tricked somewhat again, but he's not falling for it. Apparently Paul Heyman and Roman did some movements in the background. They exerted some power and got him booked into a match for the United States Championship versus Austin Theory. Honestly, I felt like you should have just let Jey Uso win that shit. But hey, whatever. Get that belt off of Theory, bro. But they had a good match and everything like that. But we got interference from, first of all, I didn't know Pretty Deadly and Austin Theory was like homies.
I love that. I love that pairing. I love that pairing. That pairing is hilarious.
They homies, they jumped into the match, interfered, and then Jimmy ended up pulling up, trying to help out Jay. He took care of Pretty Deadly, and then Solo came to take care of Jimmy. And Solo was about to take him out, and then Jay ends up grabbing Solo's arm where he was about to hit the spike on Jimmy, and then Jimmy got out of it, and then again Solo ducked this time. He ducked this time and smacked Jay right in the face. This was after a ref bump, by the way, which I think they executed quite well too. I think they did a pretty good ref bump in that match. He ended up kicking Jay, and Austin Theory comes in and steals the win, 1, 2, 3. And then we end with Jay just not choosing anybody's side. Like, he mad at Jimmy, mad at Solo. He just walks off, and you know what I'm saying? Also, something interesting too to note, that Paul was promising Jay, saying like, yeah, Roman's going to make you the new tribal chief of the family. And then Jay said, you want to know what about that? You want to know exactly, everybody's coming in the bloodline but you. So apparently there's some smoke there for Jay with Paul Heyman. Like, he doesn't want Paul Heyman. He's probably blaming Paul Heyman for a lot of this shit that's going on.
Which is the truth.
Which is true. It is true. It's very much true. Paul is really the puppet master behind all this. So
I still think he got some shit going on with Brock too, actually.
That too. But however, Brock can't challenge Roman for the title.
But Brock don't give a fuck because Brock over there terrorizing Cody right now.
Yeah, exactly. So who knows where we're going? But next week, Roman is back on SmackDown. For some reason, I thought he would be there this week, but I guess he took the night off. He's the tribal chief, so like, yeah, I'm not coming to work. So
he could do whatever the fuck he want to do. He like, man, I'm chilling out for the night.
Exactly. So that was This Week in Wrestling, and that is our episode altogether.
Yeah,
we are done. So y'all got a really, really good loaded episode here. This was great. Do you got anything coming up, bro?
Man, more MKU shit on the way. For sure. Pretty much it, man. Shout out to Base.
Yeah, shout out to Base again. Shout out to the homie BasedLaRock coming through, man. Like, the owner of West Coast Pro Wrestling. If you are not up on them, please YouTube them and check out them. That's a very, very good indie promotion out of San Francisco, out of the Bay Area. Definitely pull up and check them out. If you out in the Bay Area and you hear this by happenstance, go out there. They're going to take good care of you. They're going to give you a good-ass show. More announcements are incoming for that. You know what I'm saying? But definitely shout out to Based. It was a pleasure having him on here.
Yep.
Definitely shout out to Fat Kid Mafia for sure. Like, as you see,
Fat Kid Deals.
Yeah, I got the hoodie on. If you're watching this visually and everything, and that matter.
Also, Fat Kid Deals. If you wonder who is the person behind Fat Kid Deals, it's that man right there.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Base got his hands in everything, bro. He got his hands in all of it. So shout out to Base, man. And again, shout out to all of you, all of our listeners. We appreciate you again, week after week. I think next week is probably just gonna be me and Ann again. We know we've been throwing hella guests lately, but things can change. I don't know, but we appreciate y'all. Everything's been on fire.
Hell yeah. So shit, we'll get at y'all next week, man.
We will get at y'all next week. Have a good one. Stay easy, stay blessed, stay safe. We out. Thank you for listening to Midcarders and Catering, a weekly podcast focused on pro wrestling. Midcarders and Catering is produced by Amir Johnson. Written, researched, and hosted by Amir Johnson and Anthony Page. Original score by Justin Motizzi Ward and Aaron A. Train Fuller.